I can definitely, I can understand that.
It's like a flagship show, and every Tuesday, mostly everybody late. What can I do with that?
Ah, not a whole lot aside from just start switching it up.
And and then I said in the chat, I'm disbanding this chat. Yo, 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 what? Always late. And then
It's
look at no accountability. They know when the show is, right? You got the link before 7:50, right? You literally in
Mhm.
place waiting for the link. You click it, right? Like if you in
Ah,
place, you get the link and you click the link. Right or wrong?
yeah, you ain't lying.
It
You ain't
ain't right.
lying.
It then you've been on here before, so your name is already in there and everything.
Is Wait, is somebody in the back?
They late as hell.
Yeah, it's like 9:30. Would you say him be in the back chat 10 minutes before the show start?
That's it. It ain't a big ass.
We got to get sound that gives us the opportunity to put the rest of our faces on, put on some sleeves if need be.
Man, so I sent this person the link at 6:50. That's too late.
Well, no, that's not 2 hours. Yeah, that's 2 hours. 6:50, 8. Yeah, that's 2 hours.
The lack of accountability is crazy. There's no such thing as sending a link late.
Hey, Callie.
It
Hey,
don't make.
Tiff.
Hi, Him. I'm late. However,
That's why I don't listen to that.
wait. Hold on. You did send this morning's link. So
No, I didn't.
you did. If you look at the what you sent to the DM in Discord, that's this morning's link. Go and look.
Mm-mm. I erased it. I erased this morning's link so you wouldn't get confused.
It's not erased. I hit it
Yeah,
twice. That show ended at 3 hours and 53. Like, bro, you
yeah.
sent
I deleted it so you wouldn't get confused, and I text you the link.
the link that you
Two
right.
places, and you have a Mac.
You right. You right. Let me be accountable. I was late.
You don't treat them crackers like that.
I promise you, I don't work for them. I work for myself.
When you did, you didn't treat them like that. Massa, boss, all types of shit.
Nah, we ain't never had that kind of tease. It's never been that. It's never giving that.
Hopping off the sidewalk, different water fountain, all types of shit. And
Wow.
then you
That
30 minutes late. Like it don't make no sense, bro.
You've been live for 3 minutes and 47 seconds. So technically,
I've been waiting. Now, and the thing is, see, and the brothers be on your ass. This is why. You
I mean,
heard EBD.
I promise you, I didn't.
Man, he said, man, the respect, man.
He don't date black women. So what I'm listening to him for?
He wasn't wrong in the respect, though.
Well, I hope the clears respect him.
The clears, who that?
The palm colored people, the envelopians.
I don't know. I think he like Latino.
That's still a palm colored person.
is this me?
Same difference.
Same difference. She no black. She no black.
Okay, so you render all his opinions moot because his woman is not black.
I get to look at them with I'm gonna take a little bit more time to because yeah, all women aren't created equal.
Mm, okay, that's actually funny. That's actually funny that you said that. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Salute to y'all. They ain't late. They treating me like Rodney Dangerfield, and I ain't Rodney Dangerfield. You know? Let me see who in the chat real quick, and we get it popping. Yo. Oh, wrong one.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Yeah, Lee was popping. DC. Real J Shalom was popping. How you, man? Good to see you. My brother James in the building. Salute. My brother Fo was popping. Zeke, what up, Ock? Good to see you. Miss Bells. Keeps it 100. Salute. D Majesty in the building. Air Vibes. I see you. Welcome. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend. And Curse, what's up? Salute. I mean, was popping. Salute to Zeke in the building. Salute to my brother Zeke in the building who gifted one. This might be risky membership, man. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Little Rock was popping. Mel, you already know. Sis hit the chat before she hit the panel. Is nasty work. And Rand, Shalom, Ak, Mrs. JTK in the building. Salute, Nightbot behaving. JVZ, what up, kid? I ain't seen you in a little bit. Hope all is well. Homeboy, Shalom, Great T, salute, my G. Great T ever spoke in the Discord?
No, but I was talking to him in the chat, and I did tell him welcome.
Okay. That's what's up, man. TC, what up, my G? Good to see you. Hakeem was goody. Millennials versus the world. Man. Make sure y'all go watch the replay. We had a hell of a time yesterday, man. They showed me a lot of love over there. Millennials versus the world, man. Make sure y'all go hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, man. Welcome to the family, man. Salute, Mr. Mims and the team. Call me Queen T. Was popping. Good to see you. I like it. Bravo. Salute. Bravo Tech. OG Bravo Tech in the building with the 20 ball. Says, when you're early, you're on time. When you're on time, you're late. When you're late, shaking my motherfucking head. That's a fact, though.
He's
Salute
military.
to OG Bravo Tech for the first 20 ball of the day.
Is he military?
Didn't fit. No. Yo, Keisha was popping. Let's get it, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Oh, JG was goody. Twan was good. I ain't seen y'all in a little bit, man. Hope all is well. Hope everything's everything, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel. Yo, man, salute, man. Salute to the 100 people already in the building. At the 8-minute mark, I apologize for us being late, but I cannot take the onus on it, man. Saad did tell me she was going to be 15 minutes late. She is 40 minutes late. But I guess it's better than nothing. However, it's bullshit. Go ahead.
And I was just about to tell you, I gotta find my glasses. This is crazy. I don't know where I just put them in.
What you need to see?
The screen, you be having stuff we be have to look at.
You got bad eyes like that?
Yeah.
Word. Damn. Mr. Williams, what up? Bruiser was popping. I think I sent you a message.
Perfect.
Hit the like button, man. So waiting on a few more ladies, but I was seeing separate in the chat all day today. I seen women not saying separate, but every time it was said, it was seconded. When I seen hyperbole of how much black men suck and how they don't give a shit about black women, even the women that were being hyperbolic in their sentiment, women that didn't say the same thing vouched for it. Salute. I see what you're saying now. I get it now. Separate. Miss Jilly, what up? Make sure y'all say what's up to Miss Jilly in the chat. Impressed, putting in work. I like it, man. So I was looking at that. I said, damn. That's really where we at. That's really the sentiment that's being shared. You know? So I wanted to have the conversation. Now, people say things out of frustration and anger often, but when they consistently say it, that's their real sentiment, right? But I know when a conversation is happening, right? Callie, as an example, her ears can get hot, in which case she'll be like, you know what? Fuck this. When she calmed down, she may not walk it back, but taper it down a little, right? Where the sentiment doesn't not exist, but the hyperbole goes away, right? People respond differently when they tired or tired of something.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. But I was assessing, I'm like, damn, separate. You know, and I can see MGTOW in my head, right? Men going their own way, essentially.
Oh,
You know? And I think in salute to Sherelle, she said it in her ending monologue or her ending what's her
Final thoughts.
final thought? She like, yo, boom. Stay away, ladies, do your thing, you know, etc. And it's division, but the women were speaking as though the division is necessary. And I'm like, how does a people or culture survive that? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now. That helps the channel the most. So that's kind of my sentiments. You know what I'm saying? Of what I saw today in the chat specifically, and then Sherelle's final thought. You know?
I mean, I think a bit of it is it's jarring to see people be glad that 300K Black women have lost jobs. Like, oh, your degrees don't mean nothing now. Oh, now the bitch are gonna be humble. It's just like, this is weird. Like, why are you rooting for me not to be okay? And then you have a you, right, where you're just like, yo, this is not good. This is kind of defeating the purpose. But it's hard to be in partnership with people that you feel like are rooting for your downfall. And I'm not saying it's the majority, but that loud minority is hard to sell to a woman that she may be single. She might be one of those 300K that lost their jobs today. And she saw a bunch of people cheering that she failed. And I was
So
the last hour of the show.
okay. So you saying, yo, if you praying on my downfall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Kid, what up? CJ, what up? Salute. You praying on my downfall, why wouldn't I stay away from you, essentially? If someone applauds the fact that you lost, right? How
Right.
could you commune with that person?
Right.
Okay. I have a follow-up question. Griff, what's good? Angel, what up? MJ, salute. Yeah, MJ was saying that she a little bit under the weather, so she couldn't join, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we could work it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So before I ask a question, I want to get your sentiments. Saul, did you see the show?
No, I didn't see it. I was running errands.
Okay. You didn't listen to it?
No.
Why?
I tapped in like the first part, and then I had to go to schools, do enrollments and all this. I'm sorry, it was a lot.
Yo, so the conversation today was talking about like black women are the least protected. So initially we talking about like physical, right? You know, men defending them, right? Physically from harm and danger. That's certainly a facet of it. But it expanded medically, right? How are black women treated in that system? You know, being a double minority, but being black, then being a woman, right? That could be a negative. If the systematically we were separated with many different constructs, right? And if you destroy the protectors, the men, the women get exposed, which means if the men aren't there, it's also systematic that the men aren't there. And then if the women adopt whatever helped them when the men weren't there, now they just perpetuate the bullshit. You know, there was a question that was interestingly posed. Side it said, "Women, how can you protect women when they're saying they're so independent, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And I asked, "Are they independent because they aren't protected?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of assessing it. So then I seen in the chat, MJ was saying, "Yo, separate, fuck all that." You know what I mean? You don't need this headache. And I seen a lot of people like, I feel you. This is crazy. They playing on your downfall, so to speak. That was the sentiment from the ladies. They saying, yo, get away from these niggas. What's your thought?
I mean, I feel it. I feel like in this society we do have to be hyper independent, and sometimes I feel like it's not by choice. It's just because of like our surroundings and I guess the society. But I feel to separate. Fuck them.
I ain't in the fucking phase.
So
Like I'm not
sorry, you
saying separate from like the men completely, but like if you with a nigga and he not really like motivating you or y'all not motivating each other, and it's like this kind of I like this y'all trying to outdo each other instead of like working together, then yeah, separate. Because it's not gonna do it to both of y'all. Like it's not helping y'all.
but the separation helps who?
It may not help the person and it may help the person. So it's like a double whammy. Like you can be with somebody and the environment is toxic or it's just like mentally draining, emotionally draining. Why would I stay in that situation when I could be by myself? Unfortunately, I don't want to be by myself, but at least with myself, I got a peace of mind.
So you'll trade peace of mind for loneliness?
And dealing with if
That's a
But listen,
broadcast.
but listen to what you said. Peace of mind is peace of mind. So if you're with somebody and it's constant static, I think what she's saying is if we can't be on the same team, and as y'all like to say, like if we're not on the same, what do y'all say, plan or mission, is at some point to where we're fighting and working against each other. I think a lot of women are just saying they don't necessarily want to be alone or lonely, but they also don't want to be sleeping with the enemy.
yeah, so that's my whole sentiment. Like I understand like we're better and more powerful with another individual. Like I understand that, but like I feel like your mental health should prioritize that.
Okay.
Sometimes you can't do that with someone. Well, with the wrong person.
Okay. So when they're saying, yo, fuck these black men, you agree?
Oh no, I love black men. I ain't saying fuck them, but it's certain ones out there that you do got to say fuck them. Unfortunately, so you just got to weed them out. It's a double whammy. It's hard.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
everybody, like humans ain't. First of all, humans just ain't decent to begin with. Then it's just like I don't know.
Which means
Yeah.
Like people aren't decent. Like I don't feel like people are decent as a whole. So it's like if you unfortunately get with a person that's not decent, it's like what are you supposed to do? Just sit there and deal with it just because you don't want to be alone?
But do you feel like that might part of the issue may be not really investing in finding out who this person is, and maybe of like I think a lot of times you see red flags and people make them yellow and green,
Oh,
and
for
then
sure.
you mad at the result, but they told you who they were in the beginning. So I think the lack of investing and trying to figure out where this person is coming from and how y'all fit in each other's life, and even if that person wants to be a team player. Like if you a type of person that this man fundamentally wants somebody to submit and you still want to be kind of independent, that's not a match. Like y'all can like each other, y'all can vibe, but in the long run, there's going to be issues with it. And I think sometimes people find somebody that's nice enough or good enough and try to push through things that you should be like, yeah, no, this is not a fit. And it's not necessarily just the man's thing. I think sometimes you just that's it's not a fit for you. You're not a good fit for him, and he's not a fit for you.
Yes.
That'd be
So
the
I,
problem, and that right there, right? And I want to get Callie's sentiment, but the truth is the discernment is off, right? I
the
think we
discernment,
have a.
but
Go ahead, Shaw.
I'm so sorry. Wait, the discernment is off, but people really be chameleons. So people will put up an act for a
Mhm.
very long time. Like you don't understand. People could do this for a year, 2 years. So if we're talking about that, then it's like by the time you're invested emotionally, financially, it's like who is this person? So I'm not gonna say him like the discernment don't be off, but I don't want to just say it's because motherfuckers don't know how to discern out here. But you're right. I apologize.
You apologize for what?
Oh, because I cut you off for a second.
Why'd you continue and then apologize at the end?
Because I also know how you get and you was about to go on.
Hmm. So the chameleon be in the mirror.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
The chameleon be in the mirror.
Sometimes.
The chameleon be in the mirror. Let's get to that. Yeah, I know y'all hear y'all always say you attract what you are and yada yada yada. The chameleon be in the mirror. There is no testicular fortitude. There is no intestinal fortitude. We don't want to stick through nothing. So now when times get hard, right? We forgot about G.I. Joe.
What G.I. Joe
When the
say?
going get tough, the tough get going. But the chameleon be in the mirror. And that's the person that we don't want to face, and therefore we skedaddle, blaming somebody else.
I don't I can see where you're coming from. I'm not gonna say I agree 100%. Just because yes, you are what you attract, but also people are energy vampires. And
Huh?
some people energy vampires. And some people genuinely leech of good people and genuine people to the point where yeah, you're a good person, you're attracting good people, but sometimes motherfuckers fall through the crack. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So no, I definitely I
The
agree with
energy. What's an energy vampire?
a soul that just sucks the energy from
Most.
you.
What are you talking?
Most
Most people are introverts.
help me out, Tip, because you
No,
know
so
I'm
like
like
for like a man, a woman would be called like a sycophant, where you literally there are people that come into the room and they just drain the energy. So I think what she's saying is you can be in a relationship with a person that instead of y'all kind of charging each other up and like you said, being on task or trying to push each other towards greatness, they're constantly pulling and needing to a point to where you can't be the best person for them and they can't be the best person for you.
I understand it.
oh, that's how we doing
Thank
today.
you, Tiff.
No, I need to. He gonna
Thank
tell
you
me
for
do this.
thank you for the understanding. I understand. Deductive reasoning allows.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm in the middle of a. You guys are not great at this, right? We have to improve. Okay. What's up, Lex? So no, I understood it, Tiff. I appreciate the explanation. I used deductive reasoning to put it all together. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. Okay. Energy vampires. Callie, what say you? You haven't given your 2 cents. You might got an echo.
Yeah, today was. I mean, well, I can't say today was different than any other day. I guess just given the subject matter we were talking about, women specifically, today, as far as what it is that we actually do go through, and then the automatic response was, no, it ain't. That's not true. That's not how it is. And then you had to present like, okay, well, here is what it actually is. I'm not just pulling this shit out of my ass. And then it was kind of like, oh, okay, well, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like just the immediate tossing over the shoulder shit because I guess they have it programmed in their head that women have this, easy life or whatever. Like everything's supposed to be easy and all this kind of shit like that. Easier for us than compared to y'all, easier, but easy? No, absolutely not. But yeah, it made me throw up my hands today and was like, you know what? Hey, we on our own. We on our own.
Mm-hmm. And what made you throw up your hands specifically? Like, what was the straw?
Um, majority of black women are disrespectful with the pointing of the finger, hands in your face stuff, and then using an example pulled all the way from middle school. I was like, you know what? Hey, whatever. All right, y'all got it.
But that was one sentiment from one of the men pulling from middle school specifically. That one
Hmm.
example made you toss your hands up.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was at the end of the show. You said, what was the
Well,
straw?
okay, but in that same sequence, right? Scam was saying that it's the minority of women that have very poor behavior. So
And
did that? Go ahead.
what do they usually do with scam? They toss his shit over their shoulder too, like it don't mean nothing.
But we
So
conversed about it though, so that's not it. I hear what usual is, but that's what I'm afraid of. There's a presupposition and it won't change. And when we hear a confirmation of that bias, we that's the last thing we hear. Because in the conversation today, nobody disregarded scam.
okay, I can see that. I probably stopped listening at a certain point for sure.
I know. And
Um,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that. You know how you say you've been on the internet too long. You know how you be
Uh huh.
telling me that.
Mm,
Yeah, it is where I thought it was gonna be, basically, which is no better than what it was, only worse.
but that's like not true, right? The conversation expanded beyond physical protection. You know, like there was a back and forth regarding the DEI measures that were taken and the loss of jobs. You know, so even though people
Hmm.
were saying, "Look, they lost all these jobs," we told you. There were people saying that's not good. That hurts the community because everybody money matters in 90% of households. And that if they do those jobs, regardless if we see value or low skill jobs, right? There are people that do them and they need that money, you
But
know. And when we were
Yeah,
talking
there's
about
a
low skill specifically, right? I mentioned my moving company. It's not rocket science. So low skill is very subjective. We're talking about valuable or important. That's what people really should be saying. What people deem valuable. When companies downsize, marketing goes first because they see marketing as overhead. But marketing is valuable. But if you got to save money, the salespeople can market.
hmm
You know,
hmm
so that's the framing of it. Go ahead, Tiff.
I think the dismissiveness of the low skills is just like one of the things in I think that you see the bigger picture in the sense of the attack on like just black people and doing well. Black women have taken a lot of time to get educated, and it's almost as if you play the game like the game is going to be semi-rigged. To say that something is low skilled, specifically HR, which is for the company, which helps with lawsuits, to say that that's not of a value, it's like you don't get it. You can't run a company where people don't have soft skills. You do what you do, right? But Dr. Watson also helps you with some soft skill things. That's
No,
not skilled.
no,
She doesn't help
right?
you with anything.
No. So like soft skills, like what? Like HR stuff?
Yes.
No, it's paperwork. It's paperwork, systems in place, right? They understand the rules. They sign their employee handbook. That's what
Mhm.
they abide by, and I follow that to the T. So there ain't no wiggle room, right? The only time I go outside of it if I'm doing them a favor,
Right.
right? But I control that mechanism.
Mhm.
And so honestly, because of the automated systems,
Mhm.
HR departments, right, from small to mid-sized companies are probably one of the last things that you add. just
Okay.
just just in terms of right. And so when you have the reason why you, because you want to mitigate your risk, that's why you create an LLC.
Right.
LLC does nothing more than separate you from the entity,
Mhm.
right? And then you follow the federal guidelines in moving, and that's how you protect yourself.
Okay.
You know, and transparency is why you can mitigate your costs with an HR department. That's why they're making that argument. And because AI is so helpful,
Mhm.
it's maybe not low level or low skill, but it's replaceable by the technology. Is that an insult? What's up,
No,
bro?
not in the sense that you're saying
Yeah.
it. Hey, Shro. I think in how you explained it, that definitely was not the sentiment in how it was proposed. It was almost weaponized, like the basket weaving degrees. Like it is a degree. If somebody went to school for 4 years and that's what they wanted to do, if they're not utilizing the degree, that's one thing. But to be dismissive of a person's skill set is it's less than savory.
Okay, but here's that gives me cause for pause. If we're looking at uh return on investment, right, and you have a degree, because you getting a quote unquote basket weaving degree, or you getting a degree that people don't deem basket weaving, we're paying the same amount, except for this person who has a degree that's going to yield a return. The quote unquote basket weaving ones often don't. That's why they're called such, right? And men do a lot of them too. Every football player did communication, basket weaving, right? But it doesn't yield you an investment. So does
Mhm.
it mean I dislike you to tell you, hey, that doesn't benefit you overwhelmingly?
That's
You
not
wasted
how
your
it
money.
is.
But this is the conversation though. See, the hyperbole, we can say because it's hyperbolic, I don't have to listen. I can ignore it now because I don't like how you delivered it. But now that we're conversing about it, right, civilly, it's the same information.
But just okay.
Go ahead.
So yeah, it'll cost the same, right? As
Okay.
far as obtaining the degree. That doesn't mean that the job is not needed. Like, like social work stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to be of help to the community and they go ahead and they get that degree in social work or counseling or what have you, that those services are still needed, regardless of how much you getting paid for it.
Hmm.
So to just toss it over the shoulder, like, oh, you don't need that. Oh, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a community type person and I actually give a fuck. So this is what I want to do.
Yeah, 100%. No, I understand that, right? And so I think social work is uberly valuable, right? And you need people to do those roles, right? Because that system is already flawed. It is oversaturated. We don't have enough hands, you know? But the retort could be there for that, you know? Like with some of the other ones, psychology is so popular, sociology. You need to get different certifications and elevated degrees to really yield, what you paid for it, right? So to mine out the conversation, Callie, like leveraging social work to retort makes sense. There should be a concession, right? Because we always complaining about these badass kids, but we got to be honest about, hey, we paying much more than what it's worth.
True.
Most a lot of our degrees. You know,
True. And
that's
if and
that's.
if that was the case, then that would be the argument that's made or whatever. But
Mhm.
instead of that argument being made, it's, oh well, you just got a basket weaving degree, and they leave it right there, and it's ha ha, nanny nanny poo poo type shit.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you a question. What's up, Lex? Do
Hey.
you think? Because here's the other thing that was said, Lex. Because Seperate saying, "Yo, leave these niggas alone," right? We ain't dealing with them no more, right? Save yourself, black woman, right? I'm gonna read these super chats too. Um, One thing was said was, "Hey, um, y'all been talking shit about us for 50 years." Jay Miller, what up? we have to level set the room and let y'all know, nah, this shit ain't true. I gotta tell you about yourself. What you think of that? Mary, what up?
Well, the number is a little
Hey.
off, uh, but I think, I mean, if anybody should tell me about me as far as a black woman, it should be a black man, and I should be able to receive it. I may not like it, but I should be able to receive it versus it coming from the white man or somebody else that is not of my same kin. Um, and understand that they're speaking like with EBD, what he was talking about, his experience, even though it was from middle school or what have you, his experience was still valid.
Okay.
And but I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, and I'm saying feel, um, us as women should have some type of allowance for them, or grace, even though you can't give me grace, but give them some grace to get their ish off, and allow it to be said, take it, you know, and do what you will with it. Now, my response or others' response may not be favorable, but at least listen. At least listen. Because you might come at, like, listening to stuff that like EBD was saying, what if I have a, my son, what if he turns into some of those characteristics that EBD was talking about? And then somewhere in, like, years later, and it'll just pop in my mind. Like, I remember, you know, that subconscious, it'll come back. I remember. So I think that it's very valid just to listen and not dismiss it.
Okay. Okay. So you saying receive the information and then apply it when and if you can?
Definitely, definitely. Especially like if you got it, especially when you have sons. Like I have a son, and you know, you never know, man.
Do you
Never.
think that the men who speak harshly on the panels, you think they hate black women? It's a broadcast.
It don't feel like love.
I don't
Lex,
think. Oh,
It don't feel like love or like.
Lex.
Do I think that they hate black women? No. Is there some disdain there? Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think it's on the level of hate. Because you know what they discipline, just example of the words. Discipline is a form of love, even though it may feel like, oh, you whooping my ass, but your dad whooped my ass, but still it's a form of love. So in that context, there's a disdain because, man, I love black women, and this is the behavior that I'm seeing from this. So I don't like that behavior, but damn it, I love black women. That's how I look at it.
Saw it. I got you, bro.
I don't never hear "I love black women" at the end, but I'm not gonna. I agree with Alexis from Texas. Like I don't feel like they hate us, but it's a very powerful disdain. It's a very, like, you could tell they are jaded. And you brought up something here about like looking in the mirror and that reflection. So it's just like y'all want, and I have to say y'all. So y'all want us to take in everything that y'all say, and then correct it. But are y'all doing the same? Is that like, are y'all taking accountability the same way that y'all want us to take accountability? Because I feel like a lot of the complaints come from, I feel like, people who are either not doing the work and want to actively change, or they just don't give a fuck, or they just jaded as fuck, where they just have this perception that every woman is the same, and that'd be crazy to me.
Okay. What? Give me an example of what the men should listen to that you don't think they apply.
Um, I really don't be having these conversations, but I would say like how we want you to communicate, or how we want for you to understand like certain stuff that we go through as a woman, that y'all just write off like, oh, you chalk that shit up, you'll be good. So I just feel like, as much as we have these conversations, I don't feel like neither party is actively listening to each other.
Okay. 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 I understand. I won't retort just yet. Um, Tiff, what you think? You think the hate is real?
I do. I
Why?
think that I think kind of like what Callie said today, like we have these conversations a lot, but when you're cheering for a person losing their livelihood, that's a different type of like, wait a minute, this is not okay. Like you cannot value the degree, you can think it's a but the minute that you are cheering that a person is probably not going to be able to take care of themselves, that's just that was a lot. I think the disdain is real. I do think there's when you I heard what Lex says, and I think about what you talk about in coaching. You can't beat them if you don't love them, and I think the it's not
Custom,
balanced.
custom,
Cuss,
custom. I ain't up there
cuss,
beating the shit out of the kids now.
you can't cuss them if you don't love them,
Yeah.
and it feels like we're getting cussed out more than love, and
Hmm.
it's palatable.
Hmm.
Real quick, who was champion people losing their jobs? I must have missed that.
It was like a overall thing. Like when DEI hit and a lot of those jobs were lost, and Trump came and swept through the government, and 12% of the jobs lost were black women.
Uh,
People was like, good, essentially.
You know,
So
the whole winter is coming 2.0.
what's winter? What's winter is coming? Before I get Sherelle and Marianne.
Game.
Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
you guys are going to get your Section 8, your benefits cut off, and you're not going to have any money. You're going to be broke and destitute, and then you're going to need me. And what if the grid shut down? Then you're going to need, winter is coming.
Yeah.
That bullshit.
Hmm. Damn.
If that's all it takes for you to lose everything, maybe a point is valid. Maybe a point is valid.
So damn, that's actually interesting. If the benefits cut off, wouldn't we need each other?
We would.
Well, then that goes back to me not listening because I'm like, so that's all we is a bunch of Section 8 bitches or something. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, benefits include much more than that, right? You know, you have women that are
No.
having children, and WIC is for all women, right? Like, aren't don't all
Hmm.
women have access to WIC?
It's still income based. It's still income based.
So
Okay,
Right. It's
okay.
they
all
Oh yeah,
income based.
I'm looking for edification, right? You know, but I've seen generally when a woman is by herself, I've seen them usually be able to achieve WIC. You know,
Yeah.
there's
And we
several
can
different
cut off
sub.
like at 5.
Okay, yeah. There's several different supplemental plans and things of that nature, right? There's things you qualify for when you by yourself, right? Salute the Medicaid, Medicare, Obamacare, the whole 9 yards, right? Um, your kids will get subsidized lunches, right? All of that stuff. So it's not even about everybody on Section 8. It's about the benefits. If the benefits cut off, wouldn't we need each other? Because as you can see, we have a large percentage of our people under the poverty line because we living in single households and etc. So I understand that the sentiment is like, hey, winter is coming for, but we it's a struggle out here,
Yeah,
right?
it's not the sentiment is not we're gonna need each other. It's you're gonna need me. I don't need you.
Of winter is coming.
Hmm.
Hold on, Sherelle. Mary, let me ask you this question. Because I know you didn't see the show today, right?
hmm
You've been MIA. Because I'm asking, what's the disdain, hate, you know? It seems like those things are kind of interchangeable, but people don't think disdain is as strong as hate, so they choose to use disdain, right?
hmm
I asked this question before, but do you think majority of men see women valuable outside of their vagina?
No, the majority no, because men, excuse me, men can pretty much do everything on their own. Not saying that women can't. There are some things that women primarily would need assistance from a man for, where a man just wouldn't need the assistance of a woman at all.
Mary, hold on. Before you finish your thought, right? Winter is coming. Based on everything that's said, makes sense for men to say, "You gonna need me," because I don't hear men in mass saying they don't need women. But the sentiment that's shared is, "I don't need a man." I'm talking about the things that we hear. Or
I
am I
mean,
bugging? Maybe I
men
never heard
men
it
aren't
before.
gonna
Go
men
ahead.
don't have to vocally say, "Oh, I don't need a woman," outside of vagina. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Like their need
mhm,
is always
mhm.
gonna be in something. To me, it's gonna be something that you can, physically do with your vagina. Like I don't think widely or majority men really need women outside of that. Like internally, yeah, like mental health, things like that, but that's not things that men really address. So that's going to be the furthest thing from their mind as far as what we help mentally and emotionally and things like that, because they need that too. But majority of men aren't going to be like, "Oh, I need the support." As far as women, I feel like you're going to see it more on the outside, what they need from men.
So you agree with the men when they say that shit, essentially?
That they don't need women.
Well, no, you gonna need me if shit hit the fan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe, yes, I believe that, yeah, that's what it boils down to. Because I mean, when you think about it, like as far as men needing to be providers, men needing to carry the weight, men can handle a lot more of that type of stress per se. So, say a single mom, 5 kids, you know, her having to be a mom and still have to go to work, she's going to take that a lot harder than a man just having to take on 5 jobs, if that makes sense. So it's
Mm,
like I feel like men could bear, even though women bear a lot, we
yeah.
can handle a lot.
Okay.
But like men, like that financial part that's so big that people tend to ignore. People like to think love pay the bills or whatever the case may be. Like that financial load is a lot. Being a provider is a lot. Like women may have a list of things that they have to do throughout their day, but the weight of carrying that financial burden is a lot. So a woman having to be a woman and a mom and all those other things and still carrying that financial burden, like that could take you out.
Okay. Okay. Anybody want to reply to Mary before I get Sherelle in and Jalen? Cause they haven't talked yet. Okay. So y'all been listening. What up, Jay? What up, Relly? Let me get y'all sentiment so far on what you've heard and what you think about the separation. Go ahead, Sherelle.
Um, I think I kind of walked in where I was understanding what Saul was saying,
Okay.
that because I truly believe, like, when we look at the times of our ends, like our elders being together,
Uh
I
huh.
just look at them as survivalists, and within the times that they were in, they had to survive. So partnering up wasn't about love; it was about survival, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Which is what winter is coming is. It's just like, okay, when y'all were in survival mode, we could do whatever we wanted to do. And y'all had to accept it. If we ever get back in survival mode, y'all coming back. Y'all gonna accept whatever we gonna get y'all. And no more demands, right? So women are just like pushing toward that. Disdain is a synonym for hate.
Yeah.
It's a sugar word. You're just trying to
It's a
make it
sugar
sound
word. That's what I was
sweeter.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Um,
real question, real quick. I want you to finish. Now, did you hear about that 2053 thing?
no, what happened? I
So,
was just
in
waking up. I'm like,
no,
sorry.
no, no, you good. So, essentially, in 2053, if shit don't change, black people will be a permanent underclass, and largely the women are gonna suffer greatly.
Mm.
So, when we look at the time, and what was the word you said? Out of necessity? No, what did you say? Out of desperate
Survival.
survival?
Yeah.
That's here.
Hmm.
You know, look at our neighborhoods. Look at the poverty line. Look how many of us are under it. You know, look at the percentage of us that take the government benefits. You know,
Yeah.
right? The number of us that are dying. With the number one cause of death for black, right? Because we often say crime comes out of poverty, desperation, and there's niggas that's just assholes, right? You know.
Mhm.
But I'm looking at all this and I'm saying, well, they just declare martial law on a city that's 75% black. If this ain't survival, I don't know what is. Go ahead, Ram. I probably fucked your whole
No,
because I know
no, you
you
didn't.
try to
No,
go.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm
No,
done. I just
no.
go ahead.
That's what the winter is coming means, because they just been looking at it as if
Hmm.
there's like, if we keep separating, we're not building. This is how other people build wealth, is they're partnering. But we're constantly saying, well, we need to partner, but we need to partner, but we need to partner, but we're not having real conversations on how to be good to each other. We're not having real conversations on how to make these things last. And a lot of women, I just don't want to send people into a burning building, because sometimes things look like it could be a good idea, but what every time I see women going into these relationships, they coming out screaming, traumatized, with kids.
Yo, but Rel, that's the thing, right? As you make mention of that, right? The men are citing very poor behavior, very poor conduct. And if a person isn't accountable, right? Because I'm basically what I'm doing is painting the sentiments for you, right? And then so the behavior, conduct, respect is low, right? On top of that, the sentiment is that women generally aren't accountable. It's very difficult for women to apologize. So when they come out of a situation, of course it ain't never them. But that seems to be the standard disposition in terms of the sentiment that's being shared. So she coming screaming for what though? How many people reflect on their actions? I guess would be the retort.
Right? And I agree with that, right? There's women who just won't be accountable, and they are the problem. Those women are typically can stay in a toxic relationship for 10 years, 15 years plus, right? I think the disheartening comes from when men who are, I'm not gonna, because we're not gonna say their character, for as if they want to be floozies, right? If they want to sleep around.
Yeah.
But far as their stature in life of accomplishments, and on paper they look like they would make a good husband. And when they reach in that status, black men reach that status, they can have a plethora of good black women who can be accountable, who can be wives, and they are willingly, openly saying, we'll leave them in the wake too. We'll find one that could be a wife and we'll treat her like a hoe too. Because that's not our
Mm,
agenda.
mm.
We're not, because they're saying they're not around these distasteful women. They're not around these women that they disdain. They're very big on tokenism. We don't like black women, but we'll accept Mary and we'll accept Callie because they're the good ones. But we don't like black women, but we'll take these two.
Oh,
And
so
then and
you
then we won't do right by them too. It makes the rest of us on the panel look like,
now what makes you come to that conclusion that black men are treating so-called good women like Snoop Dogg shit?
just seeing good women be treated like Snoop Dogg shit.
And then you qualify a good woman as what? I mean, I don't know
Um,
if I don't want to go down that, but I just want to ask you just so we can have a clarity on it and we can move, we
Women
can
that are
keep it
honest
moving.
with them, women that are accountable, women that are loyal, women that are in shape, women that are providing for the, doing everything that they need to do, you
Hmm.
know. But they're just with men who just don't necessarily want to commit, you know. Or sometimes we can blame it on the man just being young and not understanding what he wants, and we can swiftly, like, a man could be like, okay, I had one that got away. But that trauma that's left with that woman, feeling like I showed up as who I needed to be, and it did not work out.
Yeah, I think that every situation doesn't have to end in disaster, but I think people are traumatized when a thing that is good goes bad. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think the finger pointing is probably the part that people get most caught up on, as opposed to reflecting. about change behavior within themselves, because that's the one thing you can absolutely control, but it's easier to point, right? So now you mentioned being in shape. So if women are out of shape, does that disqualify them?
It now is, you know, it didn't disqualify their mamas. You know,
Hmm.
they don't want to be humble like their daddies. Their
Hmm.
mama got a big back, and she
Hmm.
not that aesthetically pleasing. But if they gonna get married, she better be Beyonce. You know, they don't do, all of a sudden big back women don't deserve marriage. But their mama was a big back married woman. You know what I'm saying? The standard now is high, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot of bullshit on women's side too. A lot of women don't understand that there's sharks in the water as women. There's women who will outdo you
Well,
and outperform you just because they want to extract resources from that man. How you compete with that when they're about to sit here
but
and
is
lie and
that the
manipulate?
minority of women though?
I don't think so.
That's the majority.
They don't the general consensus now is that men will not love you. Find a way to get resources from them.
So
Say
the
whatever you have to
majority of women
say.
have that sentiment, because
But
I asked, it's Jalen and Rebecca were up here. Jalen, do you remember that conversation when we was talking about the nature of women, and you and Rebecca was saying the nature of women is to be like to behave like poor, like not was it behave? It was like take advantage of essentially. Do you remember that convo? Do you remember that sentiment? Do you understand what I'm painting?
I think
So, mm,
yeah, and I'm not set up to be that way. I don't believe that there's women like if it's not genuine, then genuine people won't play. So you're gonna get the genuine people out of the pool. Now it would be great. I would be grateful for if good genuine people were finding each other, but typically when as soon as they enter the pool, it's the getters come and get them. Before they can get each other, it's the getters come and get them, and there's getters on both sides, willing to play whatever role they need to play because these girls are being trained. These men don't love you. Find some money, make them
And
pay you. And
that's what
it's prostitution, but when you think about women stand on the corners and sell themselves. So yeah, they will enter their bodies, they were into their wombs, they were into their selves into these situations to extract resources. Yes, they will. And it's okay. And they don't have any integrity or genuine bone in their body. And how can we
so
compete with that?
well, that's the thing. If that's the majority, that's the conduct that is diabolical. I'm just wondering if that's the majority of women, why they out here yelling separate? What is he losing by separating from a being who's acting like that?
They're not yelling out separate, and then it's the chicken or the egg, right?
Okay.
The women are saying this is a rebuttal to what they've shown us.
Okay.
They're saying we've been complaining about 50, 60 years of them, and you know what they turned us complaining about them cheating too? Men with options can cheat. Men, high value men can have options,
Oh, they
which
said they
turns
don't
into
cheat, they
it turns into
exercise
an
off.
excuse on it turns into an excuse on why we're going to cheat. We have higher testosterone. It was never a movement where they said all men are going to stop cheating.
Yeah.
And then it was we need them to be better providers. And then they said, well, you don't deserve 50-50 unless you got a Coke bottle shake. So you better learn how to go 50-50. You wanted equality, right? They're not actually adhering to these demands. They're finding ways around them.
All right, let me get started in. Let me just read these. Excuse me. Mike Brown with the $5 says, men have never said I don't need a woman. Women say have a liking to I don't need a man. Disconnect. Okay, so we kind of explored that. Dr. Lockhart was popping with the $5 says stop by to say hello to you in the chat. Salute to Doc Lockhart, man. We got to see you again soon. Aaron with the $2 says there can't be two starting quarterbacks. Mike Brown with the $5 says the problem is that Callie is quote unquote women don't ever respect the male teacher in that aspect. Entrepreneur versus a teacher. I believe most will choose to teach. And TAT Nick Taylor in the building with the $2. I don't care what Tiff says. Say Lex is cool as a fan. What?
What?
Aaron with the $2 says the goddess complex is holding black women back. Aaron with the $2 says we haven't black people not when haven't black people not been in survival mode? Okay. AL with the $2 says it's all about the individual. No teamwork talk. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Go ahead, Sar.
Just
Oh, Kylie want to answer that super chat.
Go ahead, talk your shit, Kelly.
just one thing. This thing about men have never said that they don't need women. Yeah, okay, so I don't need a woman. Those 5 6 words or whatever has not been said. However, when it comes to what can you do for me? Oh, I can go on ahead. I can cook. Well, I can cook too, so I don't need nobody to cook. Oh, well, I can go ahead and clean. Oh, well, I know how to clean too. I know how to wash my own clothes. Okay, well, I can be of some financial support. I don't need your money. You know what I'm saying? I don't need any money. Okay, well, what is it that you need? Okay, yeah, it's just some pussy. Okay, got it.
Okay. So are those not the same men that say that the woman should bring peace? Oh shit, what's up, Alex? I ain't see you.
You said, are those not the same men that say that they just want peace?
Yeah, well, the woman should bring peace, right? The woman makes a house a home and etc. Are those the same men or are those two different men?
Oh, there's definitely some crossover for sure. But then when you say I can be your peace, and I'd be like, oh well, I don't need that. I can just go hang with my homeboys. That makes me happy. I'm good.
Hmm.
Or I can just
Okay.
pick up this PlayStation. I'll be just fine.
Yeah, I think the sentiment is these things that are leveraged to say I do so much are being level set with the fact that there are so many other resources now and access to food and washing clothes, even how clothes are washed, right? The laborious nature of things have diminished greatly. You could save money eating fast food. Yeah, I know that, right? I ain't saying it's good for you, but you could save money eating fast food, right? The contentment can come from a burger, but a steak would be nice. So I think the sentiment is please don't leverage those things over me like you moving mountains because we can mitigate that with machines and Uber Eats and fast food and etc. That's would be what the
So,
sentiment is essentially. We
well,
appreciate
how
it, but hold your horses, I guess would be what it is.
how is it being leveraged when you asking the woman what she can do? So how is that being leveraged over him in that instance?
Yeah, no, maybe it's not in that instance. I just know what the sentiment is.
So if that's the sentiment, then why even ask?
They may be trying to explore it. I'm coming on the back end of it. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what the reasoning was initially, but I'm saying when I listen to the entirety of it, I understand it. I
Hmm.
understand why it's being said, but don't get me wrong. It's within the midst of a discourse, right? So it's being said like, shit, I could do that. I could order that. She could do that, right? And then the equality thing is much less of a leverage point than the reality. Everybody got to put in 100% of what they got for us to survive and prosper. So that's
Hmm.
just the reality. Niggas ain't making enough money for everybody not to be putting in all their money, resources, time, effort, and all that. So that's just reality. Go ahead, Saul. My fault.
Mm.
Alex, what's good, Alex?
Hey, Hamp. Hey, y'all.
Your
Hey.
mom got you dressed?
Hamp, I'm wearing a crew neck. Shut up.
No, I'm saying your face all greasy and shit. It's
Hamp,
cold.
whatever. Here we
What's
go.
up, Saul? My bad.
Oh no, like I just wanted to agree with what Sherelle was saying when I don't know whoever said about the how women act. I do think the majority of women, unfortunately, are crafty. You know, but these niggas are even craftier. The problem is,
So I have to say this, and you can finish your sentiment. You've been targeting men and being very unaccountable. You've been talking about men every time you've opened up, and
I
maybe that's just how you feel. Like you think that the problem isn't the women. I understand it.
No, I think that the problem is both of us. Like, I think it's the men and the women. That's the
I,
problem.
I guess I just wonder why are you choosing not to focus on the particular topic area?
Well, I don't mean to. At the end of the day, I'm just saying.
Go ahead, talk your shit. I just wanted to. I was just kind of listening to it, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like, yeah, women, we all fucked up. Bottom line, we fucked up. And I don't feel like nobody is holding each other accountable. Nobody wants to do the work. So, yeah. I had some more to say, but you made me lose that with all that. So.
My bad.
You're not.
My bad. Alex, you been listening?
A little bit. Sherelle made me laugh when she was talking about men needing to be humble and their moms look how they look. That is an absolute fact.
They mom?
Yeah, you didn't hear her say that?
Yeah, but I was just kind of listening. But you saying because they mom is a scutterbug, they shouldn't have no expectations. They're not dating their mom.
I'm not saying that, but your dad was humble when he got with your mother. So why can't you be humble? Let's be realistic.
Why y'all call everybody mom ugly?
No one is saying that. Mary said a long time ago, also you should date in your lane.
So because their mom is fat now at 55, now it's like, yeah, you should want all
Everybody's
that.
mom wasn't together though.
Say again, please.
Everybody's mom wasn't together.
So you are you guys alleging that everybody who complaining their mom is hit?
I'm not saying that.
That's crazy.
I'm not saying that.
You know they women, right?
So?
Damn. Okay. Okay. So your mom ugly. So why you looking for something better than your mom's? Your mom fat. I don't care if she's 55. We could tell she ain't have it when she was young. Really? 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 Y'all bugging.
The fat marriages people, the fat married people be seeming the most jolliest. I'm sorry. When the man fat and the woman fat, they be jolly, looking happy,
uncomfortable.
They be eating good, not worrying about society pressure. Like that be like that. Your grandma and them, your mama and them families, they was together. They wasn't worrying about all that extra stuff. They was big back and together.
I think the truth is that what you first pointed out, they know there was a need, right? Survival was of the essence, not that everybody was fat and stinking. Jesus Christ, man. Go ahead,
Lex. Said they stink. Nobody
back and together.
No, nigga.
We just said they had backs that was big and jiggly arms.
Big back and together.
Collard greens don't even be that good. That arm is a misnomer, nigga. Go ahead, Lex.
I don't have anything to say. I just said I literally heard her say "Yo, mama." That's it. That's all I heard.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That your mom.
I don't think it's unreasonable for you to want better. You know, I mean, that's kind of, even though it may seem shallow to some people for you to have to say "yo mama" to the person, but I don't think, you know, I think that's a mind frame with our culture as far as Black people, period. Like, you remember how they talk like, oh, you talk white, and we make fun of each other when you get good grades. Like, it's always that type of thing. Like, we want to make fun of each other because we want something more. I mean, if you want somebody that looks better than your mom, just know that you gotta have something too. Like,
but the problem is they be putting somebody that look better than them. Like, people don't be staying in their lane. That's the issue. People don't be staying in their lane.
So you saying niggas is unattractive or less attractive than the women they want?
I'm not saying that, him. I'm saying people.
What you just said?
I'm saying people don't stay in their lane. So people can be socially awkward. They could be facially challenged, and then they want this super duper person. And it's like, do you qualify for that person? And then you get mad because they wrote you off.
I mean, the qualifiers can change. We've seen that over the years, that qualifiers will change. Because I know y'all seen it. Stop playing. Like, it be that, maybe a minority, but there's some that we see, we be like, how the hell did he get her? Or how the hell did she get him?
Absolutely. But you know why, Lex? Because they're a good person.
Tell me what.
Right. They were nice.
They're decent. They have charisma. They got some swag about them. They just
your qualifier, the things that make you qualify to switch over to lanes, you may have to change, right?
Yeah.
So, so we're okay with change. So we're changing, and I change lanes. Don't tell me just because I changed lane, but I qualify now. I made these improvements. Everybody have to stay in their lane, like
and I'm not
in the work to do so.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to stay there, but I'm just saying like a big part of it is because they're not driving in their lane. That's the big part of it. And I just feel like if you do get out your lane, then go ahead and get out your lane, but don't be acting like you like it be too much. What is it called? Like they be thinking they something they not, and it's just like people be needed to be humble. That's it. Sometimes
not use that word.
Gotcha. So you saying they get treated poorly because they got no business even trying to approach, talk to, or be with that person. So they deserve what they get because their looks and desirability dictates their treatment.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't feel like you deserve it. You shouldn't be treated poorly regardless. But I'm just saying, if it tends to happen, if you're getting used for your money or whatever the case is, you knew the type of person that you was going for at that moment.
Hence what Sherelle said and Jalen said a few months ago. The conduct of the women is diabolical. I'm not attracted to that man, but I'm going to use him and treat him like shit because he ugly and undesirable.
I agree. I agree with that. I can't deny that.
So
but that's the thing, though.
Oof. God damn, boy. Hold on, let me just woosah. Let me read these super chats. I'm trying to see who treated me bad, what they thought of me. Let me think about my past.
Oh,
sir, Mister, that's not your life. That's not your life.
AL with the $2 says it's all about the individual. Oh, I read this one. Aaron with the $2 says women complain about all the jobs men love of them. I think. Chris Reed with the $5 says, "What up?" Chris says, "If a woman wants to be equal to like a man, just raise up the toilet seat when finished." Chris with the $10 says, "If you can wake up with a woman in the morning and see the real her with the wig on the pillow, and you don't run out the room, you're going to be together a long time." Curtis with the $5 says, "Did Alex come back from the abyss to humble men by dissing their moms? That is nasty work." Salute to Mr. Walker in the building. Been remembered for 3 months. Salute, my G. Hope all is well. Cart before horse production. Salute to Mr. Walker, man. Appreciate you. Joel with the $5 says, "Reverse. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe. Empress, find the link real quick. Them brothers do an amazing job over there. They popping." Joel with the $5 says, "Your dad worked a regular job and you came out okay, but you on here asking for 8 figures. See how ridiculous that sounds?" Aaron with the $2 says, "But then you want Charlene to watch the kids." Shaking my head. Oh yeah, that's a fact, bro. Alpha with the $5 says, "Why humble yourself to someone you don't want? How about you do?" What does ABW mean? How do you
themselves?
Huh?
A black woman.
How about women or?
How about black? Okay, how something like that. How about black women or women humble themselves? I seldom see a black woman humble themselves to their God-given natural beauty. Now, I gotta ask this question: separate, right? Now you know what they be saying about desirability and all that. So my obvious follow-up on question: separate. Where you gonna go? It's a broadcast.
To somebody else in my lane.
That's what I was going
to say. Hold on, y'all. Sherelle almost knocked the camera over sneezing. Just let it out, bro. Yo, you about to look like a rhinoceros. Just let it out.
But you know, in New Orleans we say when somebody say something and you sneeze, it must be the truth. No.
I was the one talk. Well, damn.
Oh, no,
Go ahead, Saw.
Oh, but no, I was agreeing with Lex. I'm just going to find somebody in my lane. At the end of the day, y'all know it ain't a lot of y'all out there, so we gonna have to do more work than y'all anyway to get to a good person. So I'm gonna just go back in the field.
But see, here's the thing though. All the men down here with me to the most attractive men got the same complaints.
No, y'all don't.
Why?
Your complaints is different from other people's complaints. Shy
Okay.
complaints is different from other people's complaints.
Like what?
Sean complaints is different from other people's complaints. We're not about to do that.
The supers be moving way different. The supers do not.
It's a different talk.
You
It's
think the supers
Well,
are
no,
not?
it's a different talk, but it's the same complaints.
Yeah, it's the same complaints, but then like I said, they still maneuver and able to find somebody. So I'm just saying, like, I was about to
Now
do it again.
it's the same talk, just with a different tone.
Mm.
That's
It's the same talk with a less care. They don't care. Because they don't have the same goal in mind. Super niggas is just running through women. You think they care about their character when they gonna do them dirty, whether their character good or not? No. But a man that's trying to pick a woman and settle down, he gotta focus on her character because he ain't gonna get a bunch of women like the other men. No, he ain't got the luxury to run through 20,000 good women. If they could, they would. It's just that they don't, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's clarify real quick, Tiff, real quick, and then you can respond. Sherelle is looking at time and place, right? So if I'm only smashing, that's what I'm doing, right? Now things start to clarify in your view, right? But your goal is still, smashing, whatever the case is. But you start to notice things, right? When you start to get more serious about, having something that's more substantive. So when men get to that point of wanting a relationship, or at the very least being cognizant of having one, then the complaints are the same. But Sherelle is right. If I have no intention, you got to behave just good enough so we can get busy. Go ahead, Tiff. Hold on, I missed one super chat. My bad, Joe. It's not highlighting them for me, so I'm literally scrolling. But I caught most of them. Type it again for me real quick, unless I just skipped over it. Let me see. I read this one right.
Yeah.
Mike Brown with the $2 says, "Do y'all qualify for the super niggas?" That's a hell of a question.
What you talking about?
Anybody qualifies for them.
Nah, that's not true.
What's the super nigga?
I don't.
Hold on, let me read this. Hold on. Aaron with the $2. I told you the super niggas gotta go. It's their leaders.
What's a super nigga?
A nigga who has access to women at a like a more of a exponential rate, like the women they want.
Yeah, so my question, Alex said that.
Hold on, Tiff. What about this question though? What y'all think?
So I don't know. What is he trying to say? What is he trying to say? Is he super? Who's looking? Anyway.
Mr. Mike.
Girl.
If I was looking for a super nigga, I probably could. But I ain't looking for him. So.
But like, are super niggas regular niggas though?
They're regular men that have access.
But I don't think I've come across. There's always somebody that's gonna turn down a man, a nigga, or whatever. So like, I feel like the super niggas might be like the celebrities and shit.
Super nigga,
right here, because I said that shit.
to look at and be like, oh, he looks good. That's like, y'all know what the super nigga is. The one that we all can probably agree on looks good. And if you try to holler at us, we probably all would say yes. Those are the super niggas, the one who have access to women of all ranges. Even if that super nigga wanted that one, he would get that one just like he would get that 10 if he wanted to. That's the super nigga to me. And stop trying to act. Stop. He's like, that super nigga wouldn't get you. Stop. If it was a collective and he looked good in your eyes and we all agree.
And I ain't trying to tell you, baby girl.
Don't be some on me. Don't do that.
It ain't that.
It ain't. Oh, okay.
So I'm the type, because when it comes to money, looks, and all that, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like,
so
like, you gotta know me offline.
Nah. So you got a couple of ugly.
Yes, I do. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm looking at, I look past that. Like,
okay,
super niggas, but it's like we ain't gonna get into that. But yeah,
I ain't looking past it.
But wait a minute. But my question is, Alex said they say it in a different tone. And then I want to just ask, like, does tone matter? Because sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like some people, you just not going to talk too crazy and get the same response. I'm never going to respond to HAMP the way that some of these dudes come up, windmilling, swinging. Like, no, you come up here to talk shit to women. So if I'm charged up, it's because how you handle me. You're not handling like you care about me. Versus him saying, yo, y'all were late. Versus, you bitches, y'all always late. Like, no, you're not going to talk to me like that. Like, hold on, player, who you talking to? So what you say and how you say matters. You don't get to talk to me like I got a damn tail and then wonder why I'm trying to click out on you.
Hey, I wish.
Talk to me.
Tiff, I ain't gonna lie. I wish that was the case. The truth is, if the man is deemed unattractive, that y'all don't deem him worthy even having a conversation and be included, he get treated like that.
That's not
I've showed, well, it's true, right? Just especially from running this panel for 2 years, I just have enough information, right? So, like as an example, I played the clip with Big Al. Big Al ain't saying nothing. He not attractive to the women, and therefore he get treated as such. Either man come up just being kind of subtle. He's saying he got a little bit of passive aggressive in him. They said, nigga, shut up, nigga. Right? Trigger Mike don't say nothing crazy. Like he not mean. See, Trigger Mike does not cuss. He don't even be cursing. Trigger Mike don't be cussing. He don't yell. He don't. Well, see, that's my point though. Trigger Mike doesn't have a poor delivery of information.
He does.
Right? He's not overt. He will say things that you don't like, but he's not an attacker by any stretch. You can't put him in that category. And yet and still, Trigger, shut up, nigga. Because of how he looks.
No, it's about what he said.
Okay. So it's not how he says it. Right? You just don't like the information, but partly it is because of the person delivering the information. You know, I think the delivery thing, I think tone matters to everybody, but the delivery thing is a little bit of a cop out.
Okay. And I think a lot of that too is like,
go ahead.
People know who to play with. So like, if you coming off like, and you real just kind of passive, ugly or attractive, like motherfuckers gonna talk shit. Like, but that's just being, just talking to somebody that's passive. Like if you talking to somebody that's aggressive, they gonna talk to everybody. However, me, for example, like I don't care how you look. I'm gonna talk to you how I speak in general. But it's just if you do come up here passive, I don't think it's necessarily how you look. It's just if you're a passive man, especially with men, I feel like women take more advantage of that. Like when they come across a passive man, they tend to be more bark when it comes to those type of men.
I mean, even in the passive aggressive, it's like you feel like somebody is playing in your face. So that's that nice nasty, as my grandma would say. Like just because you say it sweetly, but I know that you're trying to take a dig. Like, don't play with my intelligence. I know what you're trying to do. I understand what you're trying to do. And I'd rather you be real. So, like, I know fantastic get on people's nerves, but I'd rather deal with a fantastic that you are who you are versus the person that you really trying to you playing in my face.
But is somebody being passive aggressive, is that not them still being real? It's just that they're not argumentative. And sometimes they're more straight, straight to certain facts, but they're not trying to they're just not aggressive. But people that are passive aggressive, I wouldn't say that they're like not being real.
Yeah, I think that's a behavior, and it's a real behavior. And to some point, it's something that they teach in colleges and business classes and stuff like that. But nah, I don't think. Nah, I agree with Mary. I don't think passive aggressiveness is. I mean, that's something that's acted on all day, every day in commercials. Like,
Yeah, like I feel like passive aggressive people more so know how to handle people better. I'm
yeah.
not a fan of passive aggressive people because I'm very direct. I'm direct and firm. So when it comes to passive aggressive, like those are more people that are not necessarily going to outwardly stand up for themselves, but they also don't feel like they have anything to fight because it's kind
Mm.
of like, all right, like I don't
I
give a fuck
mean,
what you
yeah,
say.
but when they feel like they need to, they will. I think it, they choose.
Right.
They may have some discernment on.
And I hear what you're saying, Mira. I think just the particular person that it was brought up, and I can still be all up in my feels when I see you try to like dismiss black women losing their jobs or like you cheering on black women's downfall. I don't care what you say, I'm looking at you sideways. Because regardless how I feel, I'm never cheering for black people to lose, black men or black women. It's not a good thing when people are losing jobs left or right. I'm not dismissing nobody's degree or their education. I'm not dismissing people like that. So to me, it's a level of like, how can you say you for us when you're cheering for half of us to not be successful?
It's like they don't want black women to be successful unless that black woman's success is a direct benefit to them. But just in general, telling black women what's best for them, it doesn't benefit me, then they don't need to win. Like if they ain't trying to win with us, then let them die. And if they ain't trying to have it our way, get them winter, make them lose their jobs, take all their government assistance, put them back in shackles.
Right.
They
And
don't
then
want to be with me.
Oh, Jalen trying to.
And then him talks to us about decorum and how we should show up and how we should hold ourselves. But then that same level of respect or that same level of fear should come from your counterpart. Like if you're talking to me while you saying you oh look oh so now it's like why do you want me to be at my worst to want you? Why do you not want me to thrive and for you to thrive so we can both do more together? I should not have to be at the bottom to desire you. I never want you to be at the bottom to be like, yeah, let's lift each other.
You said,
So,
well, and I want Jalen to get in, but you said you didn't need me for this is the sentiment. You didn't need me for 40 years. I don't need a man. You could do it by yourself. You disregarded me. You told me we ain't shit. We all in jail. There's no good men out here. All black men cheat. The list goes on. And so now when you lose your job, you want me to grovel. That would be the sentiment. That's what was shared essentially. That was being a little bit hyperbolic, but I'm just trying to illustrate it quickly. Go ahead, Jalen.
Um, Outside of the internet shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the good men, the normal men, they ask for women to do things that benefit the family that they're trying to build more so. We could talk about the toxic asks all day, but I think we're more focused on women being with good men, and I think that's what good men ask for women to do. Problem is, when you get into a relationship or marriage, you are no longer an individual. Whatever you do has to benefit the marriage or the family you are trying to complete. If you are not ready to do that, do not be in a relationship and do not be in a marriage unless you both agree you don't want anything that's traditional or religiously sound, anything like that. Other than that, you may not be ready to be in any type of traditionalism type of setup, right? The women that lost their jobs, the reality of the job market is unless you're making the company money, you will be the first to lose your job. Period. Black women, black men, you will be the first to lose your job if you do not make the company money. I know this firsthand. So, if you're not able to work as hard as men, you need men. The select few of us as women will not need a man. Most of us will. 99% of us will. And I think we need to be more appreciative of what they do for us than focus on this internet shit of men ain't shit. Because we all know that there are men who are not shit. I fully agree with that. But to keep perpetuating this over and over, don't y'all get like exhausted about talking about ain't shit niggas? Or no?
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like you hit on something real deep. Like you said, internet. When we talk about it, people up here, I can vouch for like half the people up here is not gonna say niggas ain't shit. Half the people up here do not talk like that in real life and say niggas ain't shit because
But you
like
know women that do. We know
we
women that do.
know women, but I don't know women as a minority until y'all tell me. So I just feel like I feel like it's the loud minority that is saying this. Like niggas,
Every time we get hurt by a man, we get very upset and we say a lot of shit about how men ain't shit.
but do
I
we
have done it
go?
too.
But do we
It's
go on this rampage and go
some
online?
there are women that do, yes.
Like
We be sending subliminals about this nigga broke my heart. If you ain't gonna be a good, y'all be posting memes, be posting shit on the internet, be posting subliminals on X that used to be Twitter, on Facebook.
Wait
Yes,
a
women,
minute.
when we get
Who
our
is,
heart
who is
broken, we
y'all?
be doing dumb
Like
shit.
I feel like
Yes.
people
Are
do
you a
that
part of y'all?
in real life every
I
Are
day.
you a
just
part?
said I've said men ain't shit before when I've gotten my heart. Yes, I already admitted that.
But
Yes.
that's people. People going to say that
Do
whenever
you
we're
agree with me?
frustrated with something. Every day I go to work. I hate my job. I'm going to say
Shit.
it. Like it's like when we're angry or upset, we voice those frustrations. So I'm like, all right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we say it, but once again, him sorry, but niggas say it too. Bitches ain't shit. Bitches hoes. Bitches tricks. So I'm just saying, like, you
I
gotta like
fully
break
acknowledge
that shit down, make it make sense to
I
me.
fully acknowledge men say the
But
same
you,
shit.
but
But
it
the
just
internalization part, because we're talking about women, when we start to internalize those hateful words that we say, we tend to kind of foreshadow what our experience with men is going to be. If you think men ain't shit and you internalize that, that is what you are going to get. Ain't shit men. Because you ain't changed your thinking whatsoever. You ain't changed your approach to how you date. You ain't changed your approach about marriage. You gonna attract ain't shit niggas.
And I agree. I said that earlier. A lot of people aren't holding themselves accountable. A lot of people don't want to do the work. But at the end of the day, how do we fix? Like, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to go around and tell people how to correct themselves. Like, so where do
It's
we?
not even about that. If you know that you do it yourself, it's an individual inner thing first.
Yep.
And I
I'm not
understand that, but if
like
we're all up here taking accountability, if we all are up here saying we have done this, we had said it before, we're doing this, we're doing that. Um, I I don't know. I'm
I
getting
don't say I don't say plural. I might be talking about a specific ninja, but I don't say plural.
I don't go around. I
I
don't. But
just
it's
like
like
so.
that.
Ain't
Niggas just keep
nobody.
using my
I love black
vocabulary.
men more, so I'm just like I don't.
hey,
You
hey,
know,
So
I
how do
listen,
you
man.
get to the
everybody
point?
ain't me. So hey, if it
Oh,
don't,
Lex trying to
they
say,
say
oh,
if it don't apply, let it fly. So she ain't talking to us, so it's all right. It's all
Well,
right.
Alex, before you go, Saad wasn't here today, in the chat, right? But Saad, yeah, it's Saad. Saad is being talked to. Every time this has happened, Saad has even apologized to me before doing it by saying men do it too instantly, right? That is pure deflection and that is unaccountable, right? Tiff, I saw you in the chat. This was the catalyst for the show, right? The
You know
sentiments that were being shared regarding separate and etc. You were
mm-hmm.
seconding those sentiments. So yes, you're being talked to right here, right now.
I wasn't
That
here for it, so
no,
I
no, Jalen. I'm just saying, but I'm saying that what Tiff said to Saad is though they can sit back. No,
I,
everybody's a part of the conversation. I'm not saying you accepted it, Saad. I'm saying I just want to make sure that we know that can't happen.
no, and I
But I
said,
another
I said on this one
well,
second. I
if
said on
that
this
was being said in
many,
the chat
but I
earlier.
said on this many times and
Oh,
said and say how females are. Like for the most part, I be on the nigga side.
I'm
What
talking
I
about today.
is as because it's as a whole. Like, yeah, I understand this is the women POV, but it's just like it's not. It's everybody. Like,
Okay, but
even,
you can't stay on topic
but
because
and
you're
I
on the
asked,
men's
how do
side.
we do the work?
But
So if we're
you're
taking
on
on
the men's side. Well, even like you're on the men's side, right? Until it's time to be accountable, then you start saying men do it too. So that statement contradicts itself based on the conduct this evening.
I
so
didn't say that.
I don't know how it's contradicting. I have to accept that because you're telling me
Well,
it. So it
well,
has
because think about it, right? So Jay Lynn is Jalen is articulating something, right? About the conduct, right? How women can help themselves. And then instantly you say, oh, but the men do it too. It's just like she having a conversation with you. It's not even a man.
And I understand that, and I also
Mhm.
said in that same breath. So how do we change it? How do we fix it? Because we're listening, we hear them, we sympathize with them. Y'all said something like, "Oh, y'all don't check your homegirls." I do. When my friend get out their body or doing some nut shit, I'm gonna correct them. But I'm saying, like, what else am we supposed to do? Because I also said some people are up here are actively fixing their stuff, are not seeking a man because they know they still have to do the work. They still have to put in the footwork. So I'm just like, outside of these conversations, I guess I'm trying to figure out what's the solution right along with y'all.
So
Okay.
I'm not saying you
And then
need to
AJ,
go.
after you go real quick, Alex was trying to go too.
Yeah,
Just FYI.
I'm sorry.
She got baby brain, even though the baby can get put herself on the bus and shit.
Hush, hush, hush.
So
I'll be right back.
I'm not saying you need to go correct the women that you know or whatever. I wasn't here earlier for the bulk of the live stream. So if what he says is true, I don't know. I don't know who I'm talking to at this point. If it's you, it's you. If it's not, it's not. Point is, it's about you as a woman, as an individual. If you know that you've had a past of ain't shit niggas you went through and you still ain't find that good one, it's you. You need to address you and stop trying to say it's not you. It's okay. We all fucking do it. We're all fucking women. So address you and stop trying to deny and deny and deny that it's not.
Yeah,
You got to start there.
I always say that you got to start with self. So I'm not negating what you're saying. I'm not trying to brush it off, but I'm saying, like, from the panel, I don't feel like a lot of people is
What
saying,
she's saying is her being the best version of herself ain't gonna stop niggas from being ain't shit.
yeah, like,
And
so
that's the general consensus that y'all think that y'all can good woman yourselves out of bad niggas, and you're never gonna good woman yourself out of bad nigga. Because if a bad nigga is determined to be a bad nigga, that's what he's going to be. You're not going to become the most. This is like white people trying to tell you, if you be a good nigga, no, they're not. They never planned on accepting you. They never planned on looking at you equal. You say they have disdain. Disdain means they think you're unworthy. And once people have deemed you unworthy, you going in a workhorse mode to be worthy to them. It's you just sitting there trying to get in there, beat your way in, bust your way in to sit in restaurants where people want to spit in your food because they don't want you in their fucking restaurant. But you'll just sign up because you just want to be accepted. You just want to be in there. For what? So niggas can spit in your food, give you less than, treat you less than. I'm a good way, not good way.
Why you fucking
No,
them?
I'm not. That's not. If 99% of women are going to need men, and that's the reality, black women specifically, black women ain't making that much more than black men, even with a degree. Shit is hard. Even with the people that are trying to make six figures right now, it's hard for everybody. And if you alone, the government damn sure ain't giving you nothing to help you. They actually are only trying to incentivize marriage because the birth rate is declining. So I'm not trying to be up here trying to say you need to be a good woman for a man to find you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you know you need a man, if you know that's a reality for you, if you know you're not the select few who gonna pull yourself up by yourself and work just as hard as a man, you gonna have to do a lot of compensation. That's the reality of it. If you're not ready to compromise and be in a marriage with a man, then you're gonna have to work just as hard as a man, single. Simple.
Just hold on, real quick. Just
and don't have
I gotta let Alex get in.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Alex. My bad.
My bad, Alex.
No, y'all good. I don't forgot what my question was, but in the theme of winter is coming, it is. And I think men, women, we all need each other. And I think we need to have a little exercise our discernment and be very, very mindful about who it is that we choose to partner with. Prepare, because shit is about to happen. And I think as independent as I love having my independence, but I also know that I need my husband. I also know that we are better together than we are apart. And I think that's for a lot of people. And sometimes you have to get to that point where you're like, yo, you know what? What can I do to go ahead and help us in this situation? And that's
Sometimes.
not sometimes, him. We don't use sometimes. Majority of the time, that's what we have to do. My question was, now that I remember, is Jay, how did you then get to the point of stopping saying niggas ain't shit? Because when you are in the heat of the moment, ain't nobody shit to me. White people ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, nobody. Like, that's just what it is.
Hello.
So how did you get to that point of just saying, you know what, I have to actively stop saying that, and I have to make it a them thing? Because sometimes there are situations where it is them and they aren't being shit. So how did you
Yeah,
decide,
you acknowledge
okay,
those moments. You
but how do you
acknowledge
know
those
that
moments of
no
bad
longer shit?
behavior. You don't generalize it to the majority. That's it.
And what do you do in acknowledging the behavior? Just what is it that makes you specifically say, I'm no longer gonna say niggas ain't shit?
I just I just said it. I don't
But
generalize
what about like with
all of the
acknowledgement
men.
here? Do you have a
The
conversation with
acknowledgement is
yourself?
that behavior is a behavior of an ain't shit dude. Most niggas ain't that though. So I'm not gonna say all niggas ain't shit. Like majority of you ain't gonna find no nigga that, like, I'm not gonna say that. Just acknowledge the bad behavior of that man. Perfectly fine. I didn't say stop saying that. I'm talking about the generalization piece, the internalization of, oh, if he ain't shit, I ain't never gonna find a nigga that shit. That part. If you doing that, that's a problem.
Well, if you know they can do it in reverse, right? Where we can be honest and be like, when niggas say bitches ain't shit, yeah, it's the majority of us that do that. Don't make us all bad, but this ain't shit things that we do, talk back, don't want to listen, loud, get in our feelings get hurt, we shut down, don't want to have sex, weaponizing sex in relationships. Yeah, it don't mean that we're horrible, the most horrible people in the world, but we all do that shit. Yes, we do. So a lot of times, and then what do we say? If we feel safe, we gonna act right. If the right nigga come along, we gonna respect them. If the one with the right money come along, I'll submit. I'll submit to him, and that's what men do us. They all ain't shit until they find the one they want to act right with. You think they might have got to their wife and said, "Now I don't want to be a faithful man," but if you think they ain't been in the dog pound, yes they have, and yes that dog is still in them. And yes, if she get on his nerves a tad bit too much, she gonna meet that dog in him. I just don't want us to ever sit up here and pretend that the dog ain't in him. No, we're all capable of the fuck shit. We could sit up here and try to pretend like, oh, we're just all loving, light, and good. What? Ain't nobody good but God.
But when it's
You get angry, you gonna act just like everybody else. You're not above no other woman who
I
get
think
her feelings hurt.
I think you're trying to make good synonymous with perfect.
No, I'm saying good
Well,
is always good. Nobody's always good. People get their feelings hurt, emotions. People get their egos broken, and people have negative responses. They do.
that's why I just said you're making good synonymous with perfect, because even good people are not always just doing good shit. People fuck up.
Yeah.
Good people
So
fuck
when they
up.
say bitches ain't shit, bitches ain't shit. But
Listen,
when we say niggas ain't shit, oh no, it's only the one I dealt with, only the one you dealt with, and it's millions of you saying it.
Y'all this shit is
for real.
for
this shit
him.
is this
Millions
shit
of
is
women are
crazy.
saying it, and it's only the
This shit
one.
is crazy though, right? Like y'all be fucking the niggas, and then he ain't shit. He been all up and through your body, cervix beat up and all that shit. And he ain't been shit. You been seeing the traits and all that, but yet and still he get to touch your cervix when he feel like it. And now you can get up from out that bed, start talking shit about the nigga that you let touch your cervix. That shit is corny. Like it is. You got, and then all he want is sex, but you control sex and you choose not to control it. This shit is weird. Like it's not making sense. Like all this protect yourself. Close them legs. Got to go like this. You heard? But they don't. And then the nigga ain't shit after he done touched your cervix. Go ahead, Saul. What was your question? You
First
can
of all,
retort. You can
tell you
retort.
been
Just let her,
drinking.
she was trying to ask a question before I started talking. Go ahead, Saul.
Oh no, I can tell you've been drinking because your accent just got real strong.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
But my thing that I was about to say is, so I know from what the gist that I'm getting from this conversation is that when push come to shove, we're gonna have to settle with the best option. And then I started to think, so all right, if we settling and it ain't a lot of y'all niggas, what does that do for the women that ain't got a man? So
Settle. What you mean settle? First, you got to clarify that.
settle. So I'm saying if
Men make more money.
If the men make more money, they bring home the bacon, they doing all of this.
Well, men make more money. So what? How do you even characterize settling?
Like shit, even if he's demeaning, even if he doesn't appreciate you, to sit there and settle because you don't want to be out here fending for yourself. That's what I'm getting.
That's not what Jalen's saying. You got to be real. Oh, sorry, I thought that was a.
But this is what I'm saying. Everybody is not going to be able to qualify nor get a good nigga or a good bitch. So that leaves the other people that's out there that aren't good, which is a lot of not good motherfuckers out there. So we in return has to settle. Then if everybody is coupling up, what does that leave? Because it's more women than men. So does that leave with polygamy? Are we going to have to start finding a sister? Like, I don't know. Like, what we gonna do?
Well, you got a lot of people that are disqualified, right? Because they have the unbecoming behavior. But make no mistake, nobody up here is settling. Okay, let's just be clear. Like Sherelle said, the dog come out, and we've seen it from every single one of us. You heard? We have behaviors that need to be checked, and we have good qualities as well. But do the pros outweigh the cons? You got to ask yourself that. But a man you come across that's average looking, that's working hard, that's in mediocre shape, just like all of us, you ain't settling for that nigga. That's a blessing.
And no, she's saying she's settling for poor treatment. Like this man is going to demean.
I'm not
talking treating poor. But Sherelle, she dealing with the niggas that got all the access that just been fucking them, right? So now there's a whole pool of men who really want a relationship, like you said, really. But instead they want the nigga that's super, and then she get treated like she is just for sex, and she mad at him.
But everybody don't go for super niggas for one, and for two, I'm not talking. I wasn't really talking
argument.
about nobody. Excuse me.
That's not the argument.
Oh, but yeah, I really wasn't talking about nobody up here. I was talking about because you always like to say it's the audience, it's other people. So for the people who do not qualify and they're not going to get nobody, like it sounds like it's saying to settle with the best possible option that you think you're going to be able to tolerate because it's about to be winter.
No. But I just want you to correct the word settling.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
That's a W for you.
But compromise?
That's a W for you. Nah, you get a man that's serviceable, right? He gonna be nice, and you might have some arguments, discourse, and all that. But black men generally make a little bit more money, right? He's gonna be serviceable. You're gonna get to go see your mom, and you're gonna get to go to one of them cheap islands like DR once a year.
Oh, and that's fine. But when that's it. But when I use compromise,
they ain't offering it.
In the Discord, they said, "Oh, it's the same thing as settle."
I don't know what we ain't talking to them.
I said settle, so I apologize. But the point of the matter is, what are we going to do for the people who don't like? What are we going to do?
All right. So like she's saying, if you deem me unworthy of love, then that means my options are go into a burning building or die in the street. And when I say, okay, I'm gonna die in the street, it's like, you can go in that burning building.
Or be somebody's sex like
if you are on, listen.
That sometimes all of us, and I'm sure you got the scripture. Like we need to realize. How about this? Understand that everybody just ain't gonna make it, right? So in this moment, you want to get it. Focus on what you can do to make sure that you one that make it, and hopefully whatever traits you have will show to the others and hopefully encourage them to where they can make it. The fact that you keep talking about what are the others going to do, we have to be realistic. We know everybody ain't going to make it.
Already said everybody not gonna make it.
So why you asking about what about the others?
Because we're asking from the people who aren't going to make it.
Well,
Y'all,
we
y'all throwing away a very large portion of people, and then y'all think that after y'all throw them away, that they just gonna die. No, that's why they fucking shit up. You think that, oh, you get to say I can't get in, I'm gonna bust your windows out. You get to say, I'm going to stand out here and starve. No, we're going to break in that bitch and we're going to take y'all food. No, you get to say, we don't get husbands. We're going to fuck y'all husbands and have y'all crying in the middle of the fucking night. That's what y'all think y'all going to do. Y'all think that y'all can take people and tell people that you can't come, you can't sit with us, and then expect the majority of them, because you done threw away the majority of them at this point, and it's a bunch of misfits over there. They're ready to raise fucking hell. You're in anarchy because you done threw too many people away. Not to mention, you want everybody to take fucking accountability for people being fucked up. I'm gonna let everybody on this panel know what people do to you is who the fuck they is. Got shit to do with you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They got people who they ain't gonna take advantage of nobody because they don't take advantage of people. And people who take advantage of people will take advantage of any fucking body. You think somebody care if you good, if you smart, if you no. Nigga, if I'm a getter, you're getting got. That's it. You know why? Because I'm a getter. I get people. You ain't special. You're all gonna get got, and then when people get got because somebody come and get them, you tell them to hold yourself accountable. You better have a crystal ball and know what somebody gonna come and do. You better know that woman was gonna steal your sperm. You better know that woman was gonna use you for your money. You better know that man.
Sherelle, I get it. Like you ended the show with Seperate, right? But here's the truth: is everybody is not gonna have a relationship, you know. So I wonder, what do you do if you are potentially in that pool?
That's what I was saying. You're going to have to
I be talking to the people from that pool.
You misunderstand my question. I'm being direct. When I say you, I'm talking to you, Saad. I'm not talking to everybody else. I'm talking to you. Hold on. Because this behavior right here, this is the thing that constantly gets complained about. I'm talking to you, Alexis. I'm talking to you, Sherelle. Right? You see? I don't know if she got a boyfriend or not. I haven't spoken to her in a little while. But if she doesn't, I'm talking to her. Because really, it's the husband thing. Yeah. Right? You can be in that pool where you be left out to dry. Don't think for 1 second that may not be one of us.
Oh, no. I know that for sure. Because I'm already counted out because, I'm a 444. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, what I'm saying is the other options is A, polygamy, and I'm gonna have to be a second wife, or I'm gonna find me a tribe of sisters that's also out in the cold, and we're gonna do what we got to do.
What? Wait,
I don't.
Why do you want to be a second wife?
I don't want to be a second wife, but the specific question was, if I don't qualify, what am I gonna do?
No,
shouldn't be your plan B.
Yeah. So sorry, Jay. That's not the. I'm saying that we are the people that could potentially be out here by ourselves. Yeah. So now that we know that is a possibility, what do we do to make sure that doesn't happen in terms of our self-awareness, our self-correction, I'm in miss. Go ahead. Sorry. Well, no, because we always talk about how much we working on ourselves, right? But as soon as we get pressed, as soon as we feel away, all the work we done goes out the window. Right? And so I'm saying it's gonna take a lot. It really is. And so what can you do? You can only control the things that you control. Right? I'm not rendering Sherelle's point moot. It sounds like it's like sensational, right? But people are greedy, right? People are selfish. People don't care about each other overwhelmingly. So people want what you have. The ring on the finger thing is absolutely true. Right? Because this is something that, see, if I take her point and just scale it down, right? Women are enticed by a man that's wanted by other women, right? And they see the ring, it becomes an opportunity. It comes, oh, he must be doing something right. They see how if his wife is shining, right? They want that spot. So that's what she articulating. You know what I'm saying? It just in a more of a small, you know what I mean? Because that's something we can kind of we can realize, because we see that, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
I see that as a thing for certain, you know. She just, you know, she did this, you know, how Sherelle
Yeah.
do.
And and I'm happy about it.
We don't want you
I
to talk
mean,
yet.
Yeah. Look,
I
can
If
I
mean,
can I
if
Nigga,
that's
answer
her.
a if
a little
that's
bit?
a
Go
option for
ahead.
her, then fuck it. I don't know.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, if those options are viable options to her, then that's that's good.
Look, I already done
Well, the
made my
other option is to die
look.
alone.
Well, I mean, hemp, and not all the way in detail, but we done had discussions, and I done told you that I have positioned myself to possibly be a Paul. Like, I've already come to that recollection of things because of
Wait,
my surroundings and things like that.
you said to be a
That's
what?
real. Paul.
To,
Paul.
Paul was a spiritual eunuch.
yeah.
What?
So,
He
Oh,
abstained. He
Paul.
abstained.
Paul.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He had
I've
what?
been
So,
Paulisha for six
She was
years.
He abstained
practicing
from dealing with women.
abstinence. She was
thank you,
practicing
Cheryl.
abstinence.
No,
Felicia.
no,
I've been
beyond
Paulisha
abstinence,
for
he
6
didn't deal with
years,
women at
baby.
all.
Be
Yeah,
Paul. That's all I can
Like a
say.
eunuch don't got
4D.
no nuts.
That
A eunuch
4D
can't do shit.
term.
Well, my bad. Look, but I'm saying, like, as far as and I'm being vulnerable in this moment to say, like, when we talk about we doing work, are we doing the work to where if you ain't really come to that recollection that you just might be Paulish, that you just might be because of circumstances and everything that's going on, that you just might be that. But and to
Yeah,
point to what Pharrell said about the people of anarchy, the ones that can't come to that realization that they just might be are the ones that are going to be the ones that's trying to throw over what's going on. But I have become one that said, I really want to still hopefully be able to have the opportunity to be a wife. But if I don't, what I'm planning on right now is working on my own behaviors that I see are unbecoming or that I've been told has been unbecoming, and making sure that I put that take away that and make sure I if I see it in my daughter that she doesn't be like that, because I want that for her. I really want her to be married, and I want to take care of my grandkids. Like, I want that for my daughter and my son. So, but I think people just, I'm really at that point. I hope and I pray that God doesn't have that. But if he does, you know what? Hey,
But you desire marriage, though, right?
But sorry, girl, get follow your laws and go be a woman,
But this is what
a
I'm
lady
saying.
in waiting.
I
I
feel
do
like
desire,
Be
I do
married in 6
desire
months.
marriage.
doing
Wait,
the
wait.
work.
Go follow
I
your
do.
laws
It may
and
not
get in the
happen.
camp.
It may not look like
Well,
it to the online community, but fuck them. I don't care. The point of the matter is, I know what I'm doing, and I'm trying
But
it. So if
wait,
I the question him said, if that doesn't happen, y'all keep on talking about it's gonna get dark. We need somebody. Why would I fend for myself? Why wouldn't I not go couple up with somebody? Why would I not go find a sister tribe? I'm just saying. Like,
but
because
y'all
let me ask you this,
like
God.
my
Do
shit is
you?
just so outrageous.
Let me
because
ask
it,
you this though.
the
Even
people,
in the sense of if you're
well,
saying F them, do you think sometimes that energy might repel your person?
No, because I know who I am.
Okay.
I'm very confident in myself.
No,
When
no, no.
people
I'm not saying a lack of confidence in you
yeah,
at
I'm just saying, no, I'm just saying I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in my behaviors. I
all.
know how to be me. I know how to dial it back. I
Right,
know when we're on the internet and I know where we're off.
right.
That's all I'm saying.
I got you. I hear you 100%. 100.
Yeah,
I just
and
wanna
that's all I'm saying. Because a lot of times we keep
you're
talking
just
about,
like
well,
I'm sorry,
these
Cheryl, go ahead.
people
I'm sorry.
can't go. We're the people that can't go, and we need to talk to our audience. My audience is single women with no kids. My suggestion: don't have them, especially if you don't have villages, because what you can see, I don't care what we want to fantasize about.
Right.
What I've seen all my life in my 30 years is black women taking the majority of the load of these kids on their own. And even married people, keynote, they won't tell you they have villages.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
even the married people need the extra grandparents, the this, the that, to help them through it. So if a man and a woman in a union still need villages to lean on, why do you feel like you can do that shit by yourself?
And Sherelle, what you're saying is real.
You're
My
not
sister
doing it by
got
yourself. I'm a part of people's village who are married. I'm a part of my brother's married
right.
village.
Like, and
I'm a
what you're
part of
saying,
his married village. I'm a part of their married villages because sometimes they have things and I still need to show up. I'm
right.
part of my sister's married villages. All of
Yeah,
my daddy daughters are married. I've still been a part of that village. Things get hard for them too. Kids are expensive.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't have that village, bringing more people into a village that's already struggling, it just seems detrimental. It just very much does. And you're going to have to work. And I don't believe in disposable income. I guess I'm a Hurricane Katrina baby. Listen, I already know in the blink of an eye, your shit could be gone.
Right.
Like nothing. Everything that you ever had could be gone. And I'm not have to be rebuilding and restart. I don't believe in that stuff. People, we can make jokes. I shop at Walmart. I'm very frugal. Save your money. Stop thinking you need. I don't go to the club. I don't go nowhere. I'm not going outside. Cause for what? For what? As a single woman, if you're trying to be responsible with your life, save your money. Hide money from yourself. Put penalties on your money. Once you lock your money up, put it in a penalty. Guess what? If I go to the bank and want to take money out, they're gonna charge me to take money out. They're gonna take a portion of my money for me to take my money out. That's how you show responsibility. You gotta get more responsible about your life because nobody really coming to save you. That's a joke. Nobody really coming to save you in that way. These niggas is not Jesus. And you think that you're in anarchy, they're in anarchy too.
Well, and I agree with you 100%.
You gonna have to take, and that's accountability too. That's accountability and taking responsibility that I'm not bringing no kids in this world that I cannot, out of wedlock, that I can't even afford to take care of. What kind of mother would you be? You always worrying about the nigga. What kind of mother are you? Because a lot of women giving their children tablets and sitting them just to the corner.
Hello.
If you ain't got it in you to raise no real kids that could really survive the world that we are facing right now, then keep your fucking legs closed. And I'm key on that. Paulisha it out. Close your fucking legs.
Right. And Sherelle, what you're saying is real.
Because for what? You're letting people just continuously tear you down. You niggas ain't shit. I just saw a girl. These niggas ain't worth nothing but a Jose and a dick. What? All they worth is a good time and then you still fucking them. It makes zero sense to me.
And Sherelle, what you're saying is real. My sister just got married this past weekend. We had the kids this weekend, well, her wedding, and then we'll have them this weekend so they can do their honeymoon. And anytime anything happens, like because they're both young in marriage, we can go and get our baby. We can not say our babies. Like if somebody gets sick, they call us. If somebody needs to like leave in the middle, because we are a tribe and we are a community. So I feel what Saad is saying in the sense of like the sisterhood, but I'm always going to say, and I'm always going to advocate marriage, a 2-family household for the kids, but also an extended village, because you need everybody to participate. As aunties, uncles, grandparents, play cousins, godmoms. Like our babies need as many hands on deck that's loving them, taking care of them, but also loving and nurturing the relationships in the sense of like, y'all are a family now. You need to work it out for these babies because you in your feelings right now, but these kids need to see you overcome. The babies need to see you work through conflict because that's where they get these skills from. I'm very blessed that I had 2 sets of grandparents that were married over 50 years. It wasn't always Trump type, but they've never not been against each other. It always was for the greater good. And when in our marriage, I pray that I'm an example for my nieces so that they understand that it's not always perfect, but it's worth working through things. It's worth trying to make it work with your person because you pick this person and that's who God has placed in your life.
And that's not, I watch married content to separate myself from a lot of the red pill talking points that we have. And I'm happy to see happy married couples who are really thriving. What I don't want to be able to say is we can all accept the fact that we're crabs in a barrel. And just because you was at the top of the barrel, you think you better than the rest of the crabs. No, you just got the pot. You got the luck of the pot to be married into a family. But it's just traditionally everybody been married and everybody showed you the way. I'm so happy you was at the top of the pot. But a lot of, if you was born at the bottom of the pot, baby, they ain't got nothing for you cooked.
But Sherelle, when we talk about crabs in a barrel, crabs maybe
the majority of my community was born into cook. They ain't never had no way. They was born at the bottom of the pot. They wasn't never getting out. So I would never be able to say that somebody pushed me to the top of the pot so my ass could get out of the pot and then turn around and look at the pot and be like, y'all some suck ass shit. Y'all ain't no suck ass niggas until we find a way to kick over that damn pot and let us all out and all of us get a fair race. Stop always thinking that, oh, everybody not gonna make it, and just shitting on people and saying that, bro. Because a lot of times we got luck, a lot of times we got grace, a lot of times we don't know why the Most High spared us, but it didn't. He didn't spare us or protect us in a way for us to turn around and discourage other people.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Right.
A lot of those men had to go through things, and they wasn't perfect. They had to go through things for them to turn around and be able to do it. In camp, everybody not perfect. All the men not perfect in camp. They went through a level of life to be able to understand and show their people the way. But to just think that we gonna say, okay, y'all ain't gonna make it, and fuck y'all. And when we was born into conditions, we was born into this shit. We talking about, we arguing niggas hating us over what women was doing 50, 60 years ago, and we 30. And they hate us.
Your behavior, is there though. The behavior is what's being complained about. Like, I mean, the behavior is what's being complained about. So the whatever they were talking about 40, 50 years ago, and the behavior is the same in terms of the sentiment of what is being complained about. It's still the behavior, and people aren't gonna make it. To say otherwise is obtuse. I mean, that just literally is always a part of life. We know that.
Right? But because they're not gonna make it, don't mean we have to be a-holes and throw them to like I said with my daughter, when I'm taking in and making sure that I'm trying to catch characteristics that maybe I'm becoming of myself, because she see me as the first woman. I want to be able, and that's why I try because I don't be trying to feel like it. People talk about trying to be a mammy or pandering. No, I don't want this to be her, as far as like what we say, the sentiment where we all talk about niggas ain't shit. It's like, I don't want the wrong girl to hear it, and then that's what she go based off of, because minds are impressionable. And especially, clips are so fast. They listen to it 30 seconds and that's what they take away from it. I don't want any of the stuff that I experienced to bleed on somebody else and turn their way of thinking and make them possibly drive into one of the ones that don't make it when they possibly could have been one that could have made it. And it takes a lot of responsibility on us being the older females to say that. Not like, oh yeah, girl, you got time. Don't worry about that. No, you don't have all the time in the world. You don't. I'm sorry. I have to tell you that. Make better choices. I'm telling you, as a woman who didn't make that good choices, so I'm telling you, make better choices. Do things differently. Make that degree that you got in basket weaving. It didn't. You got fired from the DEI. Maybe you need to look into other things. Maybe they're going to pay you less, but maybe you have to look into that so we can survive and turn it into something else. Like, it's, I don't want to be up here like the what is she man one man hater. Like, is it that's not it. That's not it.
Everyone up here has, said that we do have to, look in the mirror and do the self accountability. But I was just asking, like, outside of that, like, if we are deemed not worthy, it's still, I feel like it's other options. You ain't got to die, or, you ain't got to be cold when it come winter.
Invest it to your community. Like we were saying, like, we all a community. And just, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want it to come across like, oh, you're going to die alone. You may be alone as far as you may not have a husband or something like that. But if you steward certain things, you will still have a community to where you're really not going to die alone to the sisters. There's going to be people that care about you, people that possibly take care of things if you transition. Maybe think about that, like how you want to leave this world to where you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's all I was saying.
That ain't all you were saying, sir, but I love you.
You said what? You said what?
I said that ain't all you were saying, but I love you.
I said maybe you gonna have to be somebody's second, third wife, but I did definitely say you're gonna need that community. So I guess that was part of the 30 clips that you ain't
Yeah,
listened to.
that's not separating.
I
That's
think a lot of times him, I think, of course,
Oh,
has.
hold on, Jalen was right in the middle of something.
my
Sure.
bad, Sherelle. That's not separating. Separating is like 4B, like you completely shut out men. Like ain't no man coming into your life, your community.
I was
It's
never
strictly-
on. Oh, sorry.
No, but I'm saying that if women are saying that's another option, then whoever said separation is a conclusion, that's not separating.
Oh yeah, I didn't agree with the separation.
yeah, I don't want
And
to.
that's why I was trying to clear, because I didn't say separation. I said focus on the men in your family, right? So I don't see the difference between a woman being a fourth wife and me living in on a compound with my brothers and my dad and my uncles and my nephews and my cousins, right? So I may not be the primary option. So neither is the fourth wife, and I ain't gotta suck no dick. And this man is not gonna wake up and change his mind about loving me. You know, sorry to break the
Yeah.
news. It's better for me because these men in my life that protect me, they ain't gonna wake up tomorrow. They love me all 30. They ain't waking up tomorrow changing their mind. They ain't waking up tomorrow finding a sister with a fatter ass. They ain't waking up tomorrow and finding a sister that's prettier. They ain't waking up to finding a sister that's skinnier. And that's what men outside your family will do. This
Well, if
love that I got is me. Depending on this love that I got is guaranteed. And saying that I'm gonna play my role here. I'd rather play my role here where I know I'm valued, where I know I'm needed, where I know I'm loved, where I know I'm protected because of the anarchy or the chaos that's going out in the world. I just feel like if you have that option, lean on that option. Cause out there you're saying, yeah, I'm gonna go out there in the pool and find me a good man, or I could find an STD, because that's what the majority of black women are finding. Fucking STDs. Single motherhood and trauma. I want to be safe, and I found a safer option, and I'm just letting women know if you can find a safer option, be safe. Date, you want to date, keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed. You want to talk to men, vet men, deal with them for a year and see if they change their mind. Close your legs for a year and see if they stick around. And if they still got something to offer you. But if you just want to go out there and you gonna fuck a nigga every 3 months and then fuck the next nigga I just think that that's a horrible way for you to be living. Because that's what the dating market is. Now, every 90 days, you giving it up for the 90 days, and then he's moving on, and then you're moving on, and y'all not getting along and taking. No. That seems insane to me. No. I don't think that you should be a single mother and your baby is an infant. You going through postpartum by yourself, and you didn't vet this man enough to know. No, if you can't vet these men, if you don't know how to handle it, if you don't have that discernment, sit your ass down around men you know that's guaranteed gonna love you and close your fucking legs. Or the options for you is gonna be weary.
I do want to be impressed.
I think the majority of women don't have it in them to do that.
What, to be like to be the third or
To
fourth
do what
wife?
Cheryl said. I mean, that if you're about community and doing that, that's a very good option.
Mhm.
I don't think most women desire companionship with the opposite sex.
Wait, what? Say it
I want to
again.
be in
You
a
don't think most
community
women want to be with
where
men?
I can see other men.
Well, I want.
Most women want to be in companionship, a romantic relationship with men.
Okay.
Yes, majority.
Okay.
I don't think what Sherelle's posing, which is an amazing option, most women have it in them to do.
Do you think that's better than her being by herself, though?
I think for Sherelle's ideology, that's a perfect option for her. I'm not trying to tell her to go do something different.
No, I'm just asking. Yo, sorry, the cats are acting
That was your cat.
up. Girl.
That cat said, "Get the fuck off me."
This why I hate cats,
He's
bro.
like,
That's why I
Mommy,
hate
it's
cats.
time to go to sleep.
They always doing something, Sherelle.
Like,
I don't want to be. Look, I got men in my family as far as cousins, brothers, and all that I can count on and things like that. But
hey,
I don't want to be in a community without them. Yeah, I mean, without other men. Because damn, if I gotta be Paulisha, can I at least look at what's going on and be like, damn?
not look at them. You just want to see them.
You know what I'm saying? I wanna be
You
able to
can
see
look. No, I'm not saying you. I'm a heterosexual woman. I'm still attracted to men. I'm not gonna love no man more than I love myself. I'm not loving no man to the detriment of myself. And that's what I see women doing. You love men to the detriment of yourself. That's undisciplined. I'm not loving them to the detriment of myself. The biggest L I ever took was looking for love outside myself. That was the biggest L's I took. I'm not loving nobody to the detriment of myself.
Would you
Yeah,
do it in marriage
That
though?
ain't that's attachment. Niggas need to learn their attachment style. That's
I
some
ain't
just
gonna do
Yo,
that
Well,
shit.
let me ask you this:
yeah,
within a marriage, one second, within a marriage, the two become one. So, do you believe in a marriage you can learn to love your partner as you love yourself?
yeah, you can. If marriage was what they was offering,
Okay,
I don't feel like marriage.
asking.
I don't feel like marriage is what they're offering. I feel like that's it's like the crumbs that they're gonna sprinkle
Feel
to
like
the
it's
trap. Yeah,
dangling.
it's like leading to the trap. Like, or you could get married. I don't know. I just want to fuck on you and have fun. And that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get fucked on. We want to have fun. We have a good time. I'm okay. I've seen the trap happen too much for me to believe that it's just yeah. We follow them
Yeah.
breadcrumbs. No,
And I
Okay.
hear
So
you.
if you
you
if
can't
they
catch me. I'm a
if
gingerbread man.
so
But
let's say
based on some of the one second, Jay. Based on some of the conversations, because a lot of times we see men come up here and they say they want cooperation, they want certain things. I don't ever hear that marriage is not on the table. Like it's not, I'm not gonna marry you. It's these are the things that I would like to have within a marriage. And if that's not what's being presented, then I don't want to be married. But it's not like it's just off the table.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. I don't think that I can bring up any of the men that I've dealt with, and they're gonna say, "Oh, Sherelle was uncooperative.
Right,
Oh, Sherelle was unpleasant to me. Sherelle cursed me out. Or
right,
Sherelle, all these stories, all of this stuff. Well, I think about myself, and I think, well, that's not what I was doing. So why didn't it work out for me? It ain't for me.
okay,
Sometimes you gotta come to a conclusion that it ain't in the cards for you, and then you have to figure a way around it.
that's fair.
I don't get to say I'm died because I'm not black men's preference. I don't. Too bad. I'm sorry. I'm not their preference. They don't want to marry me. I don't get to die in this moment. I
Right,
still gotta find a way to live my life and still be beneficial to my community.
that's fair. I see you.
Even if I'm drowning, if I could pick my niece up and get her over the gate so she don't drown, then
Yeah,
who cares? We get them out. We get them out. We get as many people we can get out. I don't want to be an anarchist. I could go with the rest of the girls and use niggas. I could go with the rest of the girls and fuck over other people's relationships. I don't
right,
want to be an anarchist.
right.
So I'm not going. It don't mean that I can't be a benefit for the next generation to go, and they don't have to be my kids for me to love them. They're
Right.
still bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, and I'm gonna get them over the hurdle. Cause
okay,
somebody
so
had to do it for me. That it wasn't just my mom and my daddy getting me nowhere. It was my aunties, my uncles,
that's
stepmama.
the points.
so if this is what Sherelle said earlier, Ham, then I feel like she's acknowledging the reality of the situation and saying that she's gonna find another way to live her life.
Mhm.
If this is what they were talking about earlier, then I is that what they were saying? Like the
I don't know.
context?
It was very little context. Even when Sherelle made a statement about like I think it was like leave these men alone or something like that. It was the her final thought portion. I was
Right.
more so drawing like from the chat and stuff about you know what I'm done. I'm tired of this shit. XYZ separate. So I
Okay.
didn't. There wasn't like a full context of it.
Yeah, I think they
Well,
probably pulled it from. I said what I said was like some men. Yeah, they got a majority of men who are giving you correction out of love, and we can talk about the cause all the day. But in the world that we live in, black men hate us. They hate us, and we do not have the same interests anymore. And if us winning don't benefit them, they don't give a if we win or not. That doesn't sound like an ally to me. Laughing at me losing my job don't sound like an ally to me. Hoping that the worst case scenario come to me so I could get into a toxic relationship just because I'm so in needy don't sound like an ally to me. That just don't sound like allyship. It sounds like you don't want me to win unless I'm winning with you. I want you to win regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for everybody that's black.
Well, okay. So you see, that's the real sentiment. That's the part you needed, Jalen. She said black men hate us, right? So then if they hate you, how do you then be deployed to help their kids, raise their kids, be around their kids, like all that stuff, it doesn't reconcile.
I think if you're in community with just the people that you love, like familial people, people that have proven themselves to you, I think that option is what Cheryl posed is a good option. But if you're trying to be of help to your community outside of what you've built, and you think that black men hate us, then you're not going to be of much help if they hate us.
Hmm.
I don't.
I don't know. I don't think they hate us.
Huh?
I said I don't think that they hate us.
So,
I
sorry,
think
you
both
you
parties
muffled.
are
You muffled a little bit. What'd you say?
Oh, I said I don't think they hate us.
I think both parties are disappointed. I think that men and women are talking from a place of pain, and I hope that we can get to a point to where there's some type of resolve of, as Hint would say, some accountability, but also like a way forward. Because I'm always going to be an advocate for marriage and black marriage in particular. I think it's good for the community. I think it's good for families. I also think that what Sherelle is saying is like she's giving an alternative of if you're not going to be married, still making sure that you give back to tribe and community. And I don't think whether you're married or not, I think we all need to figure out a way that we can serve the community a little bit better within our immediates, and then just for each other. Because at this point, the gender wars are just it's problematic. The conversations I think sometimes are problematic, and it's the loudest voices that are the minority that are talking loud and wrong that are turning a lot of people off from certain things. I just
I
don't
don't
think.
know.
Go ahead, Jay.
The minority of the gender war shit exists in real life, but it's I don't know. Like I've experienced it in a minute sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like people ain't majority of us ain't talking like this outside.
Mm-mm.
Like
That's what I'm
I
saying.
still see people getting married. I still see people getting together, figuring out co-parenting, whatever they figure out is peaceful for their life.
Mm-hmm.
So to come up here and be like, I think we hate each other, I couldn't say that because it's disingenuous because I see differently in real life. I think it's just internet shit that keeps us busy at the end of the day, that keeps the content shit going. I don't see it as anything other than that. Unless
Yeah.
you
I,
have like viable
I,
proof that your life consistently you have been done wrong by every black man and every black woman in your life.
and I think what you're saying is
Yeah,
valid,
but
but
the
I don't
Here's
want
the
to be
truth.
dismissive because a lot of
Here's the
times
truth.
it's the
Here's the
internet,
truth.
but it's real
Yeah.
people on the internet, so we can't.
Here,
I don't want to be dismissive.
yeah. Go ahead, Kelly.
I was gonna ask, do you think that even though we don't have these conversations outside of, you know what I'm saying, the internet gender war stuff, that um the in real life men don't share the same sentiments? They just might not have the same
Of
speech.
hatred? No. Hatred?
No, no, no,
No.
not the sentiment of hatred, but the same complaints,
Complaints?
the,
Yeah.
the same
We
the
all be
same sentiment
complaining.
as far as black women's behavior and everything like that. It could be that they do feel the same way that the men do on, the internet. They just don't express it at all,
I'm
or
not
they just
I'm not
express it differently.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the basis of it being hatred. That's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to just us having conversations about how we can do better as black people in romantic relationships. I'm talking about saying that we impose hatred between each other in real time all the time in real life. That's not true. It's not.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I wasn't talking about the hatred part because the rhetoric can, what I'm saying, can the rhetoric or whatever like that can lead to that sentiment of, saying either we feeling like we hate it or they actually do hate us, right? But I'm talking about as far as, men
Bad
out in the
behavior?
world or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the truth is, right? The conversation stems from people's experience, right? People aren't coming up here only talking about ideologies,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So they're talking about things in which they've experienced or been through,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a reason why people are saying what they're saying. So because you don't converse about it on a daily, you're experiencing the things that the conversations are about. Hence why the conversation is being had. And when we have a substantive thing in a conversation, it's dismissive when we say it's just internet shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this stuff is real, right? I've experienced a level of things that happen in these conversations in real life. It's an opportunity to mine through it,
And
right?
I
So,
guess
like
opportunity
I
to
was,
learn through the experience part as well. Because I honestly, like my BD, my children's father, he thinks I hate him, and he says that when he texts me, and I'm like, yo, I don't hate you. Like, I'm telling him, like, I don't hate you, but he always, sometimes I think he just be throwing it out there for more conversation, and I have to bring it back, but because I don't want to deal with him as far as outside of like he wants to have like more of a relationship outside of our children, and I'm like, nah, I don't want that. But anything when it comes to the children, I'm open about. I hit them up about suggestions for my son and what did we think. I'm very transparent on that. But because he wants something else,
Mm.
to him, I hate him. And like, so even through experiences, like sometimes people, even their experience, they'll take it, well, since you don't want to do this, you must hate me. Or because you don't want to, almost with the conversation that we had, well, the black women don't want to submit, so they don't like men, or you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it comes across like that. But I think we have to mine out those experiences and really get to the bottom. Like, okay, is it black women, or is it that woman that you wanted?
Mm.
And or is it all niggas ain't shit, or was it that nigga that you wanted?
Mm.
Like, and go through it, because we cannot, like, I'm telling you, it'd be cracking me up. He like, look, every time we talk and he tried to talk about something other than the kids, he's like, I know you hate me. And I'm like, no, I don't hate you
Does he
at
want to?
all.
Does he want to be a family? Like, does he want to give y'all a go again?
Well, we
Hold on,
were,
hold on. No. I don't
Sorry.
want to. I don't want to get in. You don't have to say sorry. You didn't do nothing wrong, right? I'm saying I don't want to get into the
Right.
minutia of that, right?
I got you.
I just want to hear some of the responses. Jalen, what were you trying to say? You're on mute. I think you talking to us, Jalen. She's not talking to us, right?
yeah, I think she's talking to us. Is she working?
She might be working.
Callie, were you trying to say something?
Nah. Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, I just think that these things happen, right? When we talk about divorce and we talk about promiscuity, this is literally real life stuff that's
Right.
being discussed. You know, and people are bringing their experiences here now. I think a lot of I think now here's where the rubber does meet the road in terms of the internet. It can be jaded experience, right? Sensationalized experience, and then you can find an echo chamber that can validate that experience with very little retort. In which case, now that experience 100% validated, and now that's the law and the truth. I
Mm.
do understand that in terms of dynamics of having a conversation in a way in a place in which you can curate, right? You can literally close it off to people with opposition, you
Fair.
know. So that part in terms of having an internet conversation is true, right? Because you can kind of frame it how you please, but the information has been validated because people are living these things, you know. And he may not say sex, silence, and sandwich, but what he's asking for may be adjacent to that, you know. So I
Yeah.
just think that we just got to be more realistic, right? Frame it properly so that we don't say, because then people will say, "Oh, that's just the internet," and think their behavior is okay.
Yeah.
But even when people
You know
say
what I'm
that,
saying?
there's somebody behind these voices. I think when we say it's just the internet, it's quite dismissive. On top of a lot of times the things that we say it's just the internet. When we look and see, like, with Kevin Samuels, the effect that he had initially was
Mhm.
the internet, but it did bleed into cultural society. Like those talking points, eventually the internet is typically just faster. You have a savvier consumer. You have people that, like you said, can fix the algorithm for their ears, but eventually that influence hits. It is what it is. Like culture, a lot of our culture now is through the internet. Style is through the internet. So even with the relationship and the talking points, a lot of times I think it gives a magnifying glass, but it doesn't minimize the reality that people are really experiencing some of these things, hence the hurt feelings. If it wasn't valid, people wouldn't get upset. If it wasn't real, it wouldn't bother people like it does.
But do you think those voices kind of create a confirmation bias? Well, X amount of men or X amount of women say this, so it must be true for everybody.
I think when the stats, you have to look at stats. Like if anybody that's seen Family Feud, the first thing that they see the stats, but you know what they survey? 100 people. It's way more than 100 people in the world. So it's a very small scale amount of people that are speaking, or those stats are, anybody can make stats work in their favor. I think we have to really get very real about what we really are experiencing and value the people that are coming up here just being authentic. Because I do believe that I've seen you be authentic, Sherelle's authentic, Hamp's authentic, Alex is authentic. So if I'm seeing people be authentic, I have to take it at face value and say what you're experiencing is real. And I can take it as foresight, I can take it as a warning, or I can say, well, Callie experienced that, so that's going to be my reality. That's a choice of my point of view. That's on the viewer or the person consuming the content. It's an example of what may potentially be out there, or you may be living the same reality where it is where you're like, yeah, I can relate to that. But it doesn't mean that that's the complete outcome. But I'm optimistic. I'm always going to be optimistic. Always.
Tip, I love you.
Yeah, for sure.
I love you too.
Can you
And
not call me Alex?
I'm Alexis. I'm so sorry.
Or
Girl,
just call me
am I
Lex. Just call me Lex. Just call me Lex.
saying the wrong name? I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's okay. But
Lex, I
I'm coming
apologize,
to
my
tell you.
Texas sister.
Yeah, I'm coming to you telling you. Just call me Lex if you
I
feel like
got.
you.
I apologize. Mother has had a couple shots with the husband, and I'm
Hey,
eating.
you
You
good.
know when I start eating, my focus. But Lex from Tex, no, I appreciate everybody's point of view. I really do. Even when I come off like dismissive, I really feel like everybody has valid points, and they're
It's-
coming from their lived reality. I mean, some of these men, I just be like, "You're dumb. You're less than smart." But
Oh, you can't see. You just said
I'm
that.
just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I even love Dumb CJ, but at the same time, like I value what everybody brings. I think it's voices that we need to hear. And Tip
Yeah.
is not saucy, witty. And help, I'm not in the. I can see the chat on my TV. I'm not in the chat for you to be like, get out the chat.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just
I
listening.
just don't want that smoke, sir. I don't want the smoke.
Just
Nice.
listening, man. I think the overwhelming truth is the hurt is what people lead with. You know what I mean? The bad outweighs the good most often. The overwhelming truth is don't nobody want to separate. Don't nobody want to be out here alone. Don't nobody want to be forever auntie. Right? I'm just being honest about that. I think people feelings is hurt and they have very, very traumatizing situations, and therefore separation is seen as the only option. But they haven't done it. I ain't seen it. As a matter of fact, black women, and maybe rightfully so, tout how loyal they are to black men. So it's quite literally the opposite of the separation. You know, even though there's been a decline in terms of men marrying black women, I think it was like 87% last time. First time I heard the stat, I think it's like 84, right? That's still an overwhelming majority. Even the men who are doing the best are married to black women at 85%, right? I think motherfuckers get fed up and say the thing that first come to their mind, right? But as soon as somebody come by, and is that light, people open up again. I seen a lot of people talk shit. I ain't getting married. I ain't doing. I ain't did. Yeah, Prince Charming come though. Well, right. start negotiating and shit.
A
You
case of
know.
the Williams.
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
said that before. I'm like, if this will ever work out, I'm gonna be a hoe. I done said that a
Hell
couple of
nah,
times.
Kelly. It was here and then it went.
Wait a
No,
minute.
but I have said that. I have said that, and probably
Yeah.
not. Probably not. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Like you said, motherfuckers
I
that say anything. What are they actions?
I
You
think
know.
I think black folks want to be with other black folks, and I think
do.
overwhelmingly we want to be married and together and making it work.
I do. But if it don't happen, then hey, His grace is sufficient. And I,
Yeah, niggas stay fucking right. Niggas justify it because she pretty, right? But niggas do that shit every on the daily. Oh, I ain't messing with a woman that got kids. But Bernice Burgo's different, huh? Shut up, nigga. Right? The truth is, men date women with kids.
they do.
They looking at it like I don't know if I like the situation per se, but niggas doing that shit. Yo, Sean, she was different. Something about her and all that. You know what I mean? Then they hit you with the you feel me and put their hand out. No, nigga, you was just running your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it just I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So
You
you
dropping
know,
a link, or we don't? We finishing?
yeah, we finished, man. Let me read these super chats real quick. Aaron with the $2 says, all this dad uncle talk, how we reproducing.
What?
Joel with the $5 says, Sherelle, ladies are throwing men away as well, expecting us to have sympathy and grace and forgive y'all. Nah. Hank Deasy with the $5 says, the sad part is everyone not gonna make it, but less people are making it every year. Luo was popping with the $10 says, and once again, the men who aren't attractive are invisible in these conversations. The men that would worship the ground you walk on don't make you wet or get you going. Overlooking the average. Aaron with the $2 says, why y'all can't stop sleeping with the problem? Hmm.
wow.
Mike Brown with the $2 says, nice guys finish last. That's what's the saying for women? Sorry. Nice guys finish last. What's the saying for women? I don't know. Is there?
Get
Is there?
good bitches get done dirty.
That's a saying.
It is now.
Yeah.
Aaron with the $2 says the youngest speaking with the most wisdom. AL with the $2 says was he cheering or stating stats and impacts?
They were
Hmm.
cheering.
Hmm.
So
Sean with the $5 says super niggas are the niggas who tongue you down till you wet. Then you find yourself outside his house crying in the rain because he won't commit.
Sean, go to sleep.
Joe with the $5 says I ain't never heard a woman say she wasn't checking for a man's looks. Unicorns all over the damn place. LOL. Mike Brown with the $5 says, y'all had all the opinions about Hamp and Sean. Do y'all qualify to their adjacent person? I don't understand it.
All right, go to sleep.
Joe with the $5 says, now the women telling men to limit the women they go for. I thought women like men who are confident enough to go for any woman.
Joel, who said that, babes?
No. I don't want a man that'll stick his dick in anything. Sorry.
Joel, you need a hug. Internet hug for Joel.
Why y'all? And that's what happens. That happens to Joe every time, and I don't know why.
I think he's a good guy. He just seems a little angry sometimes.
So Joel is realistic. Matter of fact, I think that me and Joel are very much alike. We're just on two opposites of the spectrum. It's the same sentiment he has, where he understands that if women are sliding me in the undesirable, they expect me to give me less. That y'all are expected. It's okay for y'all to expect me to take a woman who has a bunch of kids that are not mine, even though I'm a single man with no kids. She might not have to look as pretty. I have to settle on looks. That's what people want Joel to settle for. It's anybody that kind of has a black pill mentality. That when you're at the bottom of the totem pole on selectness, you probably can offer yourself a better life than what people are willing to push on to you.
That's fair.
Alpha J with its $5 says, "Why humble yourself to someone you don't want?" Oh, I read this one right. Yeah.
Yeah. And ABW is American Black Woman. And him, drink some water. You keep choking. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I just got some. I had a
You
little
allergies?
cold. Mm-hmm.
You okay. I hope
Hmm.
you.
Look, the whole house.
Yeah, the kids.
Oh, they went back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my 13-year-old came back talking about I don't feel good. Now I've been kissing all on him and everything. And I woke up, my throat was scratchy.
Okay, so
Look.
look, all of us down bad. I went to the doctor today. I was like, oh, what's going on? And I had them rugrats over here this weekend, but I love my babies. I love them babies.
Joe with the $5 says, Did Sherelle not sit there and tell men to stay in their lane? Cut the shit.
Nah, I definitely tell people to stay in their lane. Because you come out of this not, but some people just don't have a lane at all. I don't know why
They
y'all bringing
driving.
stuff
They
like that
driving
to
on that
people.
little
Some people
side
just
road.
don't
They
have
driving.
a lot of times people be crazy. Like a lot of times people be like, I'm fat and I'm not gonna date nobody that's fat. I'm broke. I'm not dating nobody that's broke. That's what people do. That's what I mean. Like, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm undesirable. I'm not gonna date an undesirable person. Yeah, majority of people feel like that.
Who didn't call this late at night?
Hold on.
It's work.
Uh,
Yo,
yep.
what's going on, Will?
See
You can
that?
hear the conversation. You should mute.
I know. Mute your butt. Mute. Well, I enjoyed you,
Yeah, I
lady.
just want to make sure I needed the confirmation because
It
stuff
was a
be shifting.
camp.
So
Mute your phone. Mute your mic. This man's so focused.
uh
He alright.
Yeah.
huh.
He knows he
It was.
knows it's
1003.
something.
I
Don't
think
nobody else need to hear.
it was a good recovery because I'm just gonna say earlier today I was feeling mighty bad. I was feeling
No, I
mighty.
haven't talked to Pete, but now we just get it done, bang it out. I'll meet you guys
He's
at the
feeling
unload.
mighty bad.
I was
I
feeling
was
mighty
feeling
bad.
real
I
mighty
was feeling
bad.
mighty bad.
I was feeling
Now, let me
real
know
When
if
I
low.
it's not
see
me.
your
You just
And
face,
when
hanging
I
out.
seen you in that store,
I knew there was a
I
God.
knows there was a God.
Yes, sir.
There was a God.
Yes, sir.
When I tell you, I was windmilling at
Okay.
Trigger Mike. I was like, "What are you saying?" Now I gotta say, the MVP today was Peruth and Sherelle because
Oh, I was trying to get them to pay. I'll send it to you.
even though he in the chat acting like a bandit and windmilling, but for the
Who?
most part,
Yes, sir.
Terrence, he was
Yep.
spitting. Oh, he done said a lot of people is fourth wife worthy. I'm like, sir, I'm a first, okay? Use you, but I
Not
think,
fourth wife worthy.
girl, I feel like this is a conversation that we needed to have. But I hope if
Yeah,
anything,
yeah,
that
yeah.
people
I got you.
like, receive the fact that I think a lot of black women are just
Yes, I got you. Yeah, I'll see you at 25. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll give you cash.
from a place of pain, and it's real. It's not like it's
Sounds
you
good.
the shit from nowhere.
All right, bro. I'll see you in a.
You've
Yes,
been
sir.
hurt.
Oh, well, let me know if Pete responds. If he
This
don't,
Yeah, I just pretty
is
much
loud.
all right, cool.
learned that I cannot and will not internalize random people's opinion about me, especially ones who really don't give a fuck about me, period.
Right.
Just, you know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to ignore that shit a little bit better than what I do.
Yo, you know what?
I legit
I'm gonna
sent him
say
a message when I was like, "Yo, I gotta learn how to like not take this and internalize it because I'd be so
no.
mad and
Nah,
upset."
y'all. This the thing, right? People will see a behavior, okay, right, and then call it out. Not about your personal situations, right? Like when Callie was going through her separation and shit like that. People have those opinions. They don't know the inner workings to really have a valid opinion, right?
Mhm.
But they will see us behave a certain way, call out that behavior, right? And then we say, no, that ain't, no, I don't care. But that is the behavior. That is the behavior. If you exude that behavior and someone calls it out, if you internalize it, maybe because it needs correction, right? People's opinions affect us, whether we like it, understand it, accept it, believe it or not. right? That's just the truth. We all try to act like we got a tough exterior and all that. It's not as tough as we think it is. Words hurt. People's opinions. Let me right. So all the comments I get a million messages. I can see all the comments. They say the host is a simp. Oh, such and such about fighting this and the third, right? I hit the like button and I hit the heart button, right? In the YouTube comments, there's two buttons. I hit the like and I hit the heart. But I at times I'll be thinking, nigga, I wrap these paws around your neck though, and we'll see who a simp is, right? Right? We will see. You know what I'm saying? Look at these. Look at these. These right? They, like that, right? In my head though, right? But I don't display, because people want moments from you. But make no mistake, you assess it, right? It might bother you a little bit, and then I do a decent job of discarding things, But no, it definitely happens. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in control of myself in turn, for the most part, But no, I see the comments, right? They have a slight impact or an impact, but an impact nonetheless is what I'm articulating.
Right.
Even for me. And I stay pretty like, when stuff is going awry. So no, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay that it makes you feel away. And then the truth is, if it makes you feel it away, what is it? And are they lying? Don't just dismiss it, assess it. I think you'll benefit from it.
Yeah, I feel the calling out of like a behavior, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm talking about specifically.
yeah, like Kelly ain't have to go off on that nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Yeah, I feel you because I watch the replays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I be wanting to see what the hell I be looking like, right? But the other comments where it be like, Kelly hates black men. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Like the character shit. Oh yeah, a majority of those I'm tossing over my shoulder. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't do it, Callie.
Yeah,
See,
I got to. I gotta have some discernment when it comes to that shit too, because I can't
100
internalize everybody's opinion like that.
No, I'm
You know
not.
what
I'm not
saying?
saying that. I'm saying I make assessments, right? Algorithm, analytics, comments, engagement, right? People's sentiments. Where did they get that from? How did they come to that conclusion? You see? Now the processing is different, right? Now it's information in my memory bank. So if I don't like that they are being so hyperbolic, where did they find that at? If it's a reach, throw it. But I generally think most information is pretty good, right? Because I can kind of see where I can put it, slot it, if I can employ it, Now I may just be thinking of things differently because I'm thinking from like a business standpoint also. But I just want to see where they get that from. They say HAMP don't like white people. I'll be like, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Oh, I said he was fucking the dog right there, right there. White man was walking down the street in my neighborhood. I said, what the fuck you doing here? You better not have a white van right there, right there. I know where it comes. See, I'm not acting like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. I
saying?
don't toss everything over my shoulder, but I definitely consider the source.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah, the sources.
Yeah.
Yep. Sources.
Yeah,
So
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was some comment or whatever like that. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Bub commented like up underneath it, right? And he had a couple of words and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? Hey, you probably right or whatever like that. I'm gonna peep that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that into advisement. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Bub don't come from no fucked up place when he be talking. But that nigga that he commented under, fuck him.
yeah, people come from poor places. Yeah, no, 100%. And I think if you understand the
Yeah.
agenda, to your point, then you can, what I mean, dismiss it, right? But and
Yeah.
even then, I just read, and I give the same, unless somebody gives me like a direct, like good job, I'll like write a comment. I try to write as many comments as possible. It's just a lot, But yeah, no, 100%. Like I'll seem like okay, I know
But yeah,
why
that's
you
all I was
saying that.
saying. Like I gotta do a better job of not internalizing everything.
Touche.
Now I
Okay.
Yeah.
internalize it all. I am what they say I am, and if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? And then I'm all that.
Hard.
I'm everything you said I am, and more. You
Mhm.
just don't know the more. That's all.
Yeah.
It's more.
Yeah,
It's,
man.
I am what what I show you. I'm also what you haven't seen. You just can't speak on the haven't seen, and I'm not gonna be mad at you because you haven't seen the haven't seen. If all you see is me call shit out, yeah, then I'm gonna call shit out. So call my shit out. But I just want you to know that you're mirroring my behavior.
See, I like that less. I like that less. I ain't even try to do no. What about you, nigga? I don't even care about that part, right? I'm concerned about me, right?
No,
Uh,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
yeah.
the same way you're just calling my shit out, I'm just calling shit out too.
You know what the ill part is, though, right? I most of the time, I would say like a lot, like overwhelming majority. Like when shit hit the fan, I don't respond in kind. I assess the situation, right? I want to remain the A side in these situations when they start to you know what I mean,
What do that
divulge
mean?
like like the shit is going awry. You know what I'm saying? From afar, you don't know what's happening, right? But if you see me and see them, and I maintain frame,
Mm.
that's a W, right? Because I have the capability to get out of frame, you know, and I've been in trouble, you know, so
I mean, what the A side mean?
Let me be like the old black
oh
Christian.
like
When you
I
be
yeah.
saying A side,
So essentially, like the A side person is the most responsible. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Mhm.
Right? Like so you know, you'll be implicated, you know, you're responsible, you know, you're the person that people are gonna blame, you know, or point the finger at or see, you know. And so you have a responsibility to conduct yourself differently. You don't get to have as much fun as everybody else, you know. Like the meetups are dope, right? But like the meetup house, I might go say what's up, or maybe on the last day, you know, and then I get out of there, right? Because you know how it is, right? So
Right.
you gotta be cognizant, you know.
You
And
got
it's
one.
not like a better than it's just like the responsibility factor. You know what I mean, Sherelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll be saying that you be like, y'all not the A side. Like, nah, I'm the.
Nah,
Yeah.
girl, we talking about the records. You got your A side and your B side. He be trying to act like he a YN. That nigga old. If you know what a and B side of a record is, A side is the hits, the B side is the sleepers.
I don't like act like a YN. I just look very young.
Mm-hmm. You got another super chat before we leave.
The deflection
Well, I mean,
in
you
my
know,
comment.
You are older millennial,
He
so
he old. He a
it's
old
okay.
YN.
It's
He
okay.
Callie,
a
I
senior
am
YN.
by the time the old millennials was by the time I was born, the old millennials was putting themselves on the bus.
No, I cut off older millennials at 85. I'm sorry.
I'm
So you
December
old.
though.
At 84 though.
He's 84, 85.
Come on in.
Joe,
Joe with the $5. So if I need a hug, what y'all ladies need after the conversation?
Joe, when we get
Ice
off, you know
cream.
what?
Talking shit, Joe.
The
When we finish
NyQuil and the
when we finish this
Robitussin.
conversation, I'm gonna go to see my husband and have some sacred prayer time. Get you one. I'm finna be praying.
Clock it.
About to be
Because
praying,
that was who Tips the one said you need a hug. Tip about to go get some D.
baby.
Clock it.
Not the little one, the big one. On who?
Show him
On
that ring,
who?
Tim. Show him that ring, Tim. How
Well,
many
that
years you in?
actually all it does is but all it does is prove his point. He
Yeah.
need a hug, she need penis. It's crazy.
Ooh.
But I got mine.
Joe, Joe, leave Joe alone, man.
You know what? Toss to him, drinks to him, and I'm gonna have a wonderful prayer, sacred time, and I'm gonna be like, thank God I ain't like that nigga, because I got a hug, a kiss, and all that extra. Right? Yeah.
You gonna yeah, and then you old as the Hamburglar. You gonna fall right to sleep. You get in that bed. You done had two shots. You about to finish that cup? Come on,
What
man.
they
We
say
know the
when Grey
vibe.
Goose get you loose.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, we
Tuesday
know
night
the
is
I'm
my
just
vibe.
favorite
saying.
night.
I
I
guess
come
we
in
gotta.
with y'all.
I guess we gotta call ourselves old if we remember when Chicken Nuggets was premiered in at McDonald's, right?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, remember that.
Yo, Alpha, what did it say? It wasn't highlighting for me, so I had to do them manually. Let me see if I can find it. Unless you want to self retype it. I'm trying to look for it. But
Let
nah,
me
we
put
know
my
how that
damn
goes,
glasses
Tiff.
back on.
My wife and I be out, right? And we significantly younger than you. And so we be out, we go eat, go bowling, or we was playing doing mini golf. We try to hit another spot for karaoke and all that. Well, it was like an open mic. And then you know what I mean, in the truck it's like 30 minutes home, feel me? Niggas fell asleep with their shoes on, man.
Mm.
All that shit talking in the truck meant nothing. You know what I mean?
About American black women doing what? Travel to countries
Did he retype
of
it?
color
Yeah.
for. He's just giving you the premise of what his other super chat was.
Oh, you
Um,
damn, I scroll all the way back down. I'm trying to find it.
See, this is that bullshit I be talking about. Majority of black women ain't going to. All right, we broke, but we got enough to go to
Bruh, no,
other countries. That is
I'm sick of y'all
okay.
being broke, and I'm sick of y'all at brunch because y'all keep telling me y'all broke, and every time I go outside, y'all out there doing the most. Y'all scammers, bruh. It's y'all hiding y'all money from the government. I'm convinced black people are hiding their money from the government because y'all out here living lavishly. Every day I see somebody on vacation on a jet ski. They be
Oh shit.
outside on my timeline.
Well, me and Dr. G going to brunch on Sunday though.
That brunch that y'all
For real,
talking about,
they be
it sounds
outside. I'm like, what
delicious.
is going?
Nah,
Do
we
people
yo,
have
really, it actually fits a narrative about us. We spend money on the things we want, not the things we need. You
Yeah.
know, people will pay that rent a week late because that next check hit every 2 weeks. So they'll pay it on the 10th before the late fees hit, right? So they can go out on the first.
like? Did you see prom? Did you see how the Rolls Royces? Like, we got this thing in New Orleans right now where the kids was ordering black trucks to go to their first day of high school, pulling up,
No,
getting
no,
custom. Like, what they
that
got
shit is
money.
sick. That shit is sick, yo. And I'm
Hey, well,
telling you, bro. Hmm?
You let your child pull up in
I
the
was gonna
black
say,
truck?
I did. No, I did get my 14-year-old Uber Black so he can go to his eighth
Right,
grade
they
prom.
did
Him and
that
his
for
friends.
free
His
before they got
prom? No,
school.
his prom, right? His prom.
Yeah, his
His
eighth grade prom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Uber
But
Black is
for
60
the
$70.
trend for the first day of school down here in New Orleans was like these kids putting that shit on, like pulling up in black trucks. Like, I'm like, man, these niggas they really got that PPP money.
For
They got
school?
that PPP money. They all rich
For school?
for school. Go on TikTok and look at the New Orleans kids.
Yo, man, it's just another thing that plagues us. Thank you, Alibaba. I appreciate you, OG. This is a great show for sure, man. It's another thing that plagues us, man. The things we deem important, being seen, right? And I'm not trying to, and I'm saying us, because I buy clothes I like. I buy sneakers that I like,
We know
you
butterfly.
know, but
Butterfly.
they're not particularly like cheap sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
Butterflies that
And
glow in the
you,
dark.
yeah, not. But when they see them in person, they was like, "Oh, these shits is." But
Nah, they're not
and my
saying
wife, my wife has good stuff too, or good stuff also, right? And you hope that you're managing your money correctly, right? But what could you do with that money? So it becomes disposable because you invest, you save, you pay your stuff off, and you say, okay, I got this money, let me enjoy it. But that money can be invested, pay off something else. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
so,
but you got
like
Dr.
how you
Walton
see?
and her Dyson,
I
but
mean,
you
people
also got
people don't think they're
Power.
gonna. I do feel like black people we don't necessarily see past 10 years every year of our life. When we hit 30, we don't know where I come from anywhere. Like impoverished people, so they think about living it up now. Yeah, we can't. What you said? We die. We money coming, money going. Ain't like we could take it with us. That's
Yeah,
how
we
we feel.
we excuse our poor behavior. Yeah, that's
That's
poor
how we
because it's
feel. Like
poor
we can take
behavior,
the money
Sherelle.
with us.
Yeah, but it's bad behavior, right? We always thinking like that. Now here's the thing about that behavior, right, Sherelle? Equity in our houses, right? House take 30 years to pay off, right? So let's say we go get another house. I'm 40, 50, 60, 70. I'm getting out of here about 74, 75.
Why you say that?
So, huh? Man, shit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody wheeling me around. I ain't peeing on myself.
Oh God.
Doing none of that weird shit, right? So that equity though be building up, right? You know, I got especially if you live like DC, the equity we have, quick, you know, pull that shit, buy something else, invest in something else, you know. So who cares if they reset that mortgage? I'm about to get up out of here, right? And if you
Yeah.
put and the thing is the rate, right? So you pass it down to your kids, it continues to build equity and etc. That's see that we ain't thinking like that. Motherfuckers be scared to pull that money, scared they had a credit ran again. Shit, nigga.
But y'all
Again.
gonna do some
That's
shit
why
tonight.
so this might be risky. There's a lot of reward behind the risk, but you gotta be willing to risk it.
Yeah, you know. And then when the kids, my plan for them, get one house, they all live there or act like they live there. Everybody pay the mortgage like they're paying it by themselves. So
Ooh.
now, if the mortgage is 2 grand, 2, 4, 6, I'm talking about the smaller ones, you know, because they in the same boat, so to speak. 2, 4, 6, 8, $8,000 a month they paying on that mortgage
That has to be paid for
because they
quick.
graduate in college, you know, or whatever they do, 1 year apart. They literally right there.
Yeah.
So
All
now
at the same time.
8,000. Now it goes from a 30 year to
Yeah.
you see
Like
That's
15.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
that
way
that
less
you
than 15
being
out like you know.
Oh yeah, I'm
that
saying
you
like,
being business minded and business
Mhm,
savvy is gonna take y'all such a long way because it's so many of them, right? So it's
mhm.
6 of them, that's a conglomerate. You see what I'm saying? If they
Yeah.
all be about that business. Because with
Mhm,
me and my siblings, it's 17 of us biologically, right?
Wow.
But because our ages range so much, my older sister is 25 years older than me. She's 50, you know? All her kids are older than me. So it's like when we come, like my nephew has a really big restaurant out here. But it's a lot of the support off the ground was just us, just my daddy kids. You know what I'm saying? He got 5 generations. It's just us showing up who prompts him to being able to go that high. So when it strengthened those numbers.
yeah, yeah.
I'm the baby of 14 on
Absolutely.
one side and the baby of 5 on one side. Of course, we
And
missing one now.
you
But
just gotta manage it right and make them do it. You know, my 16-year-old daughter, we was in here talking. She got this boy on the phone, right? So I said, well, she like, well, dad, he really likes me. He wanna see if he could go out with me. You know, that's the verbiage for boyfriend, right? I said, I never met him. You don't make no decisions. Fuck, you know, you snaggletooth. I said,
dang,
I didn't talk to his daddy yet. His daddy, you know, I got to talk to his daddy. Well, he don't got a dad. Well, what man raised him up? Well, his uncle. Okay, well, tell him and his six
Let me
dollar
talk to
uncle
him.
to no, they gotta come here. We gonna watch football. We gonna. I'm gonna get them drunk. I want to see how they act,
we're
and
gonna get
then
them
I'm
drunk. That's
yeah, we
it.
gonna drink. And then I said, and then I might think about it. She's like, what that mean? I might think about it. You got to get to the think about first. But she good, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like she's super helpful and stuff. You know, like they was in here. He, you know, he like a they playing fucking Fortnite and Roblox. I said, y'all corny as shit. You know what I'm saying?
as
So
long as they in there, you can keep an eye. You know, hey, keep an eye
yeah, no,
on
she was here. No, he wasn't here. He was they on the phone. You know, a lot of it is just like the shit. Like they was playing the PlayStation. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
so. But yeah, the uncle, you know, and he was like, really, sir? Like, yeah, your uncle. Bring that bow leg nigga over here too. You know what I'm saying?
That po baby.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, they ain't broke.
But he seemed like a good kid. You know what I mean? But
Hamp gonna be like Martin and Will Smith and Bad Boys talking to Reggie and shit.
Look, till Reggie kill a whole house full of niggas.
Right.
I'm gonna let him cook the chicken.
Reggie was amazing, bro. Alpha.
Hell yeah.
Whoops. Alfo with the 20 ball says, great show as always. Thank you and the ladies. Nah, this was a great show for sure, man. I think that we mined it through well, and there's a lot to really think about. Like, what are the options? What is the future? Right? Who was wrong? Who was right? Who was more right than they were wrong? We gotta assess all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really real. If we preach a separation, the community is gonna continue to devolve into something pitiful, even more than where we already are. Right? Remember, a community is a group of families, not a group of single people.
Mhm.
And Sherelle used that word. What was that S word you used about the past?
Survival.
Survival. It's now. It's now. It's now. DC ain't no joke. My people have fun when y'all came for the meetup. That ain't what it was 3 years ago, 2 years ago. It was flooded at that time. And we had a ball and y'all missed it. Because of the environment. People ain't coming outside. You know, I have a belief system that keeps us whole, keeps us sound, and we have a community that's tight knit, right? And I want everybody to be a part of it, but the principles supersede the belief system, meaning family, structure, love, respect, a village raising a child, right? People in that village being protected by everybody, holding each other down, holding each other accountable, So hopefully we can get there. But people saying we cook, all right, we're going to see. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. If you can make it to DC September 6th, please do so. We got the biggest cookout in the world that weekend. I am DJing last. It's going to be epic. We got an after party, Southern Diplomats, man. We'll drop the ticket link in the description. Jump in the Discord. Be safe and do the right thing, man.
Why you give us final thoughts?
You good. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to yeah, this your there it goes, bro. Tell a friend.
And we out. Like,
we out.
Closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear, but it's like this the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
That shit to make them all go dummy. Now I got bread, they all want something from me. Showing like pros, man, I told them that it's money. And I own my own bars, just like it's always sunny. Ugh, thought she said something to me. We were never friends, told them I am not your buddy. Now they all call, I got some buzz like honey. Then they check the Spotify and they looking at me funny. I don't blame you, dog, that's how this shit goes. Same two paths, we just pick different roads. Glue on the safe, I just stuck to the code. Now they tell me that I'm driven, bro, I already drove. So diverse, got too many flows. Checks coming in, got too many O's. Remember in the past, had too many lows. Now when I look around, got too many bros. Don't like to spend it, I told them I'll save it. Now that I'm here, dog, I seen it, they hate it. I'm making hits like I'm running those bases. And they taking shots, bro, I know that they faded. This, that shit to make them all go dummy. Now I got bread, they all want something from me. Showing like pros, man, I told them that it's money. And I own my own bars, just like it's always sunny. Ugh, thought she said something to me. We were never friends, told them I am not your buddy. Now they all call, I got some buzz like honey. Then they check the Spotify and they looking at me funny.